Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run, and I've got some exciting news. We are breaking off the podcast into its own channel on YouTube and Instagram. You want to get the shoe content, stick with Believe in the Run. You want to get the podcast content, check out BITR Networks. Links are in the description.
Give a good stretch, got my laces tied. My trusty podcast by my side. If you want to talk fun, it's the place to be. Yeah, it's the drop, D-R-O-P.
Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
This is Carl with Believe in the Run.
And you are listening to The Drop.
The Drop Podcast.
The Drop.
Drop it.
You know why we're so full of chalk energy?
Where's the Carl cam? I'm gonna ask every time until it comes back.
Eventually.
We need AI
We have
to
to
catch
figure out
up.
logistics. Yeah, we got to figure out logistics.
We need AI to just focus to
Yeah.
intersperse your face.
Why don't we could just draw, like, why don't we just do an animation of this whole thing?
Yeah,
Like, drop it in AI and it could just, we could use, like, the Simpsons and just,
yeah, like
have
an
it do it.
episode. Yeah, I like that.
I like
Just
that
me
too, actually.
moving backwards.
that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Like, I wonder if we could drop it in AI and just do a whole cartoon version of the show.
Who would you be on The Simpsons?
The Simpsons? I think I'm pretty.
Who would you be?
I guess I would think I was Homer.
I don't think you would be that.
Yeah, not that bad. I would say that we know who the bus driver would be.
We do know that. We do know that person.
Otto.
I think I guess
No.
I would have to be Ned Flanders because of my mustache.
Yeah, you have Heidi Lee Ho neighbor.
All right.
Yeah.
Carl's wearing glasses, so he's Millhouse.
Yeah. I could take Millhouse.
What about Meg? Is that Lisa? Definitely.
Yeah,
Lisa.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no question.
I don't even know these characters. I never watched that show.
Well, Lisa's like the smart one, kind of keeps it together.
Who would be Barney?
Oh, no, I'm Barney, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want to be
there you
Barney.
go.
I want to be
Actually,
Barney.
You're
Yeah.
Barney, right?
Yeah.
Carl's Barney.
Yeah. Well, no, you're definitely Bart. What the heck?
Okay.
Thomas is definitely Bart. There's no question.
Okay, eat my shorts.
Yeah.
All right, let's. What are we doing here? Oh, we're just talking about how the cartoon.
We could do this for everyone that finished the Boston Marathon too. Which Simpsons characters are
Okay.
Joanna and Eric Floberg and
Ioana didn't run.
oh, that's right. Who's just there?
He did crack a lack on the 5K.
I was gonna say he
though.
did get a 5K PR.
What did he
on
run?
Saturday?
What did he-
16 minutes and
16:20.
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw down.
Oh,
He's
that-
fast, bro.
On that course, pretty.
Okay.
Was he close to the front of
Yeah,
that?
I told him, I was like, hey,
Okay.
dude, if you want to run for speed at all, you got to get like
Get up
right
there.
up front.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this year before we get, I guess I can get into it. We'll talk about other stuff. But the 5K, I lined up in the zone where I was supposed to be for what I thought I would be running. And it opened up pretty good. And I felt pretty comfortable
Okay.
where I was. Just like I was in the 7 to 8 minute mile
Yeah.
range.
All right.
And I just, and it's nice because the people who were actually in that area were running that. So I didn't look at my watch. I just kind of hung in
Nice.
and did it right there. But yeah, it was a good one. But we'll get into that later.
Okay.
Let's say we got to rewind to start with Friday.
It was beautiful weather
State of
in
the art
Baltimore,
soundtracks.
Yeah, it was.
but going north was a little bit. It was a
No, it
little
was
bit
fine.
cooler. Well, on Friday. it
I'm
was
like
fine.
trying to even remember.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot leaving here because
Yeah.
I was wearing like
What did we? But in Boston, we were
Oh,
fine.
it was like overcast, kind of chilly, a little rainy.
Yeah.
When we got there.
Oh yeah, because we did that little motorcycle stint.
Yeah, so our plan on Friday afternoon was to create some content. Adidas had set up essentially like a hyper boost. I don't know what you would call that area.
Little thing by the convention center.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you a question, Carl, because I thrive on what we had there, and I don't think that you love it as much.
what are you talking about?
Like, I love when someone's like, here's some stuff. We don't really have a plan. And I'm like, ooh, we could do this. We could do that.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like you don't love that as much.
I could see
It's
that.
okay. It's okay. It depends. But well, when you're on motorcycles and you're just going around and I'm just like trying to wrangle people together to figure out like positioning where to go.
Yeah.
And I got Brady in my ear telling me his ideas. I'm like, all right, how do we, whatever. And I just see Thomas almost falling off a bike.
I was gonna say, how
Oh,
did
dude,
and I'm like,
I laid
dude,
one
we
down.
got to get it together.
did you?
I did. I tried to do it because the pavement was a little wet, so I was trying to do like a slide skid, and the thing just went sliding out, and I just I pretty much dropped it.
Were they just like rent it from?
No, they were actually promoting them. Were they? What was the brand? Was it Tesla
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't realize
or
that they were
no?
promoting the bikes.
Segway, like bikes, and they were really cool.
They were cool, yeah.
And so the first idea, I was like, why don't I'm not going to race Ioana on foot because he'll blow me out of the water. And literally, like, you don't realize how long his legs are.
Yeah,
like
he's
when,
tall.
When he
Dude, he's tall,
started
dude.
going, like, he's like a gazelle.
He's like that.
So I was like, if I was going to race him, the only way I'll do is if I get one of the electric bikes and he has to run.
But so the whole point of us being at this space that they built out was that we were meant to create some sort of real content, something fun to promote our Shakeout run on Sunday. And of course, everyone had their various ideas. But as soon as we saw the bikes and as soon as they let Thomas on one of the bikes, we were like, clearly, this has to be in some sort of content.
Dude,
Which-
those bikes are pretty sick.
I will say, Matt from Adidas, I think, had mini heart attack with
Yeah.
Thomas on the bike,
Obviously.
which was hilarious.
Dude, I have a mini heart attack when
Yes,
yeah,
it's
I think he
I-
was the one who didn't like. I was like, whatever, we'll go with it. But
Do you know how much that Segway bike costs?
No.
If you had to guess.
$5,000.
2,000.
Not five. right in between.
3.
35, 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems, I don't know,
It
reasonable.
was a pretty solid bike.
Yeah. And obviously it was all wrapped in Hyperboost branding, so
Mm-hmm.
that was fun.
I didn't take it off any cool jumps or anything, though.
Next time.
You almost ran over a baby though.
I did. And you know what? That baby shouldn't have been there.
Baby really should. Dude, when you see cameras and stuff, it's like people
Dude.
walking through the frame.
Yeah, why
That's
are-
what I was getting annoyed at too.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like,
But we were in a public
which I
space.
get. I know.
No,
it's like,
but
I know.
it
but
was clearly like there was. It wasn't just Carl and Brady with cameras. The
Yeah, that's true.
other people had the
Adidas
Ioana's
team.
team had cameras.
Adidas
like,
and
yeah.
so did Heartbreak. So
Yeah.
there's like full size cameras. Like you can tell we're shooting stuff, and people just like, oh, let me just walk instead of walking around you guys. Let me just walk.
Tesla dealership.
Yeah, like we're on Segway bikes, zooming back and forth, going like 20 miles per hour in this little zone, and like people are like looking off in the other direction, kind of walking into the space.
Yeah.
So there was one lady.
I mean,
with
looking
the-
back, the fact that no one got injured is pretty exceptional.
I'm shocked. I'll be honest.
It was, yeah, definitely.
So yeah, after that, we kind of parted ways because I realized we were literally right next to the expo, and I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to go pick up our bibs. So Megan and I went to the expo. It was the quietest I've ever seen the Boston Expo.
Oh, really?
Ever. Like
Was it-
normally I feel like you walk in, you wait in this crazy line, you get your bib, and then I just want to leave because there's like so many people. This was like, there's no line. We got
I
our
saw a lot of
bibs.
comments about that on Threads.
even on Saturday.
I think so. Everyone was saying the expo was just super like empty this year because a lot of those like brands in there had their own spots on Newbury.
Well, because I think it was last year or the year before where they implemented that no one except for essentially Adidas could be in that space.
Adidas and Lock Laces.
You always need the lock. Please.
Luckily.
So I do
And-
think that a
and
lot
run-
of people that maybe
sorry.
would have stayed to shop in there
Just-
was out on Newbury and
Yeah.
exploring all the pop-ups.
Yeah.
And Run Gum, were they there too? Sorry, I have to drop a Nick Simmons business idea every chance I get.
Love it.
But yeah, so the expo was like I really enjoyed it because it wasn't chaotic. We ran into our friend Nick there and his family.
Selling Run Gum?
No,
Nick
not that Nick. Nick Ecker. I wouldn't call Nick's the other one a friend, really.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Haven't we?
Who?
Nick Simmons?
Nick Simmons, the runner.
We've met him.
I don't know.
Who?
Okay.
Are you
Run
talking
Gum?
about Run Gum?
Yeah. I feel like we've met him.
Yeah.
At some point, probably.
Yeah, we
right?
probably bumped into him. He was probably hawking the Run Gum at the running event one year. We're like, there's Nick Simmons. He's like, I'll bet you I could lift this whole booth.
Is he still doing stuff?
I think
He
so.
does a lot of like YouTube content.
That's what I'm saying.
now.
That was my whole
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lifts in booths and running
Yeah.
faster than a cheetah.
Well, Meg was having fun at the expo. I was hustling to get to the Airbnb to check in, because I didn't stay at the hotel that everyone stayed at. I was in a nice little apartment loft And Thomas and I had a thing at 5 o'clock, so it was about an hour away from when we left the Adidas thing. We were at Marathon Sports with Mount to Coast. We had our little panel and short film screening.
It was fun. Carl got a couple laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely got some laughs. When his quads were, I forget the exact quote.
I put a censor beep on that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that definitely got a laugh. But it was nice. We saw, so Marathon Sports had a space that had several brands in it, including Kraft and Mount to Coast and Topo.
Okay.
I think you and I went to it last year.
Right.
But it was cool because Tim Tollefson was there. And so
Nice.
I made him come watch the film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You made him. You forced him into the room.
I'm like, dude, I know you've watched trail content before, but you have never seen trail content
As
like
riveting
this.
as this.
Yeah.
So it was the one that Carl did for like the video that we put out on our channel.
It was kind of a mashup of two videos.
It was the video of when Thomas went to China, and like the Mount to Coast team filmed that, and I
Right.
edited that video, and then I kind of spliced it along with the Grand Canyon
Okay,
recap
that's
that
cool.
I did.
So it was like a new video in a way.
And yeah, it was technically a new video. It was about
okay.
19 and a half minutes,
Nice.
like in total. So
That's
Yeah, I also got to meet Doug from Mount to Coast. I got to meet his wife,
Cool. Oh, okay.
who is an oncology doctor for children, which I thought would be a sad job, but I think she finds great fulfillment out of it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And hope and stuff, especially if she's fixing these guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah. And then there were some fans there, and yeah, it was just generally nice. One thing I would recommend next time, but I don't know if Marathon Sports was the one who put the kibosh on it or Mount to Coast. We had Fresca, but that was pretty much the only beverage.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
no,
that was
no
the
cocktails.
that
Right.
was the happy hour.
3 days before the race. Yeah, you gotta.
You could have had
yeah.
some wine or some beer.
Yeah, a movie about
Yeah.
a riveting subject as
Yeah.
developing a shoe and running in the Grand Canyon.
At least-
you got to have an IPA with it.
That requires
Yeah.
a beer
Got
for
it.
sure.
Or just hand out empty flasks and be like, "This is what it was like."
Yeah.
We should have done
Yeah,
that.
here's
Hydro
some
packs
dust.
all around, just empty. Yeah.
What's the driest food you could eat?
Just like saltines.
Yeah.
Saltines with
the
no-
saltine
Here's
challenge.
saltine, and if you want something
with
to
some
drink,
cinnamon on top.
That's all you hand out at the whole event.
Actually, we did a cinnamon challenge during it.
That would be awesome. Man, next time, Carl.
Yeah. Well,
But it was
Hopefully not.
it was a great way to kick off the Friday. It eased in, and of course, there's our friends at Mount to Coast. It's real easy to just hang out. So Lynn was there.
yeah.
I always get a little nervous when we plan our travel the same day as like events
Oh yeah.
because there's always like a chance.
Yeah.
But because Boston's so close, I was like, I feel like it's okay. And our flight was relatively early. We had a couple hours before the event, so it worked out okay.
Yeah.
All things considered, it's pretty. We've had some pretty good luck
Yeah.
without having delays in the manner of Meg Featherston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true.
You got the worst one, but that was coming home, wasn't it? Not going there.
No, going to Phoenix, I think, was one of the worst ones for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Yeah.
but no
So
connecting flight.
how many people ended up at the Mount to Coast?
We had 50 chairs, I would say, and we told everybody 30 was what we wanted. I think we ended up a little over 30, but like, yeah, that's the problem is like, if you say you're doing that, like the room was small.
Right.
I'm like, nobody wants to sit in that front row.
Yeah.
At any event we go to, no one
Yeah.
sits
No
in the
one.
front row.
Yeah.
I don't know what is that like a school.
It's a
thing?
psychological thing because they feel like
They're in front.
in
they're
the
acknowledging
spotlight.
you. Yeah. It's like they're in the spotlight. Like,
I remember even
Like, I think we should take away chairs, like
Yeah.
musical chairs.
I went to the like outside festival last year and they had speakers like Alex Honnold or David Blaine. Nobody would go to the front row because it was like everyone thinks like I don't know, maybe it's reserved for someone or something.
Right,
else.
but
yeah, it's got to be some psychological.
It's
thing. I don't
unnerving
know.
when you're up there because you got to talk to the row behind the first row, and then inevitably one person comes in and sits in the front. And they're like lounging.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I definitely think hey, you start to remove the chairs, and then it has to get filled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun.
And then you guys
Very
had
low key.
dinner with Adidas that evening. This episode is sponsored by Pillar Performance. And today we're talking about Pillar's Immune C.
And I feel like it comes in handy, especially after the Boston Marathon. After the Boston
That was a bad accent.
Yeah, after the Boston Marathon. Just because like we were around so many people and we're on the planes and traveling and touching stuff and shaking hands with people and knocking fists.
I
and
feel
all
like
that
the
stuff.
other people need this more than.
Yeah. So definitely doing doses of the Immune C.
Yeah, so it has a high dosage of vitamin C, about 16 or 17 oranges worth in one scoop, which is insane. It has zinc to support your immune defenses and muscle repair, and then also a vitamin D3 to boost your immunity, especially when you're not getting enough sunlight.
What's the most oranges you've ever had at one time?
3?
Yeah. Wait, clementines or regular?
Clementines I can rock, but
Yeah.
this is saying, I'm thinking they're thinking full-size oranges here.
Yeah, 16 to 17. So don't try and eat that many. Just get your Pillar Ultra Immune C, knock it all out at once, and you can get it by heading to pillarperformance.shop or thefeed.com/pillar and enter the code BITR for 15% off your first time purchase.
We did.
We did.
At Rochambeau.
Which I was like, I've never been here, and then
I'm
I
like,
got
it's
in
the
there.
same
I've
exact room as
I'm
last
like,
year.
Yeah, it's the same place I was last year. Which was nice though. I saw we kind of split up the table because it was crowded, more crowded. But I sat next to Emily Heller and Jeff Dengate.
Oh man, Emily
I'm
Heller.
a little jealous of that quality time that I missed out on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. And then the other table, I don't know if Aubrey was at your table or
No,
the
Aubrey
table.
was-
He was
no.
at the table in front.
Yeah.
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 And there was influencers that I did not know. Like, I guess you don't call them influencers. I'm content creators.
We call them creators now.
Yeah, creators that look cooler than me.
They were cooler than
Like
you.
Yeah.
young and like European.
Like Brooklyn, maybe. I
Okay.
don't know. You know, just that they have that little bit of like, I'm cool, and I probably listen to music way late.
Yeah.
And
Go to
were
raves.
they running?
Yeah,
Boston?
Carl said they were cooler than me, but they weren't.
No.
Well, if
Maybe
it makes
cool-
you if it makes you feel any better, I wasn't at that table, so
Yeah, and no, you were at the.
we were at Floberg, Joanna. Who else was there? I think that was it.
Did Emily Heller run?
Yes.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Emma-
Was that her first marathon?
No,
In a while?
maybe
In a while.
Yeah.
No, not her first marathon. I meant just like
She seemed pretty calm.
Okay.
Like I don't think she got the training that she wanted to get in before the marathon. I think that being a new mom is probably more taxing than maybe anticipated, but she was in good spirits and she was
Nice.
fun and
She's just a like delightful human to be around.
I think she's actually my favorite person in,
In the whole world?
in the running community space.
I can see that. Yeah.
well, Jeff Dengate was there, and I get to sit next to him. And it's fun since I feel like the Korea trip was my breakthrough with Jeff. Like I've known him, we've done different runs together, but I felt like I got to know him in Korea.
Yeah.
But so it was cool to spend some time with him and just hang out. And he was planning on doing something that didn't end up working out, something to do with cell service or something. But he was running with the Meta glasses, and the live feed for the Boston was gonna like
Transmit
ping
over to
him, and he was gonna be able to be like, "Hey, I'm here at mile blah 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 blah, and here's what's going on around me," kind of thing with the glasses.
Yeah.
But the link didn't work, so it didn't. He only got like one check in. They couldn't hear him, so
Really?
I think I would be a little bummed because it was a cool idea,
Yeah.
and it's not like you're just running a 5K where you can just be like, switch out the glasses and give me another pair. I'll go back out.
Yeah.
It's like a one shot kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not stopping to like reconnect the glasses or whatever.
No.
Or try to figure that out.
And then the next morning was the 5K, which I had everyone logged on my tracker. Well, first of all, you left to go get some warm-up miles with Joanna?
Trying to think who was with us. It was you and somebody else. I felt like,
It was not me.
yeah.
Are you supposed to
Was
be
that when
there?
you ran with
Well,
Emily and
I
Casper?
signed up because I was
That
like, I'm
was-
going to run with Thomas.
No, that was Monday.
No.
That did not happen.
Yeah. So
Oh, wait. No, not Matt wasn't there?
Matt Silich?
Yeah.
He was, but
No, I think it
weren't
just ended up being Joanna, Henry, and myself. for some reason, or at least when we finished, it was just because Matt and I wanted to run with Matt.
Yeah, I didn't see Matt at all. I didn't see any of them.
And so we just went off. And Henry was cool. He was working with Ioana. He does some partnership stuff. So he was hanging out, but a nice guy that apparently was, had heard of us before.
Okay.
And
So that was, how many did you run before the race?
we did like a little 2-mile warm up.
Okay.
And then,
But so when Thomas came back from dinner on Friday night, we were talking about like plans for the next morning and where I was going to try and be and when he was going to leave and stuff. And he said, Carl's not going to run anymore, not going to run the 5K. And I was like, what?
well, Carl said that night, he was like, I don't want
I had one too many virgin daiquiris, I think. And I was like, because like I mentioned before, the Airbnb was about a mile from where you guys are staying. So I'm like, that's another mile I have to run in the morning. And no, but I got up and I was like, all right, I'll go. And,
But so I have them in the tracker and I didn't realize this, but on the morning of the 5K where the grandstands are, that's just open to anyone. So
Oh,
like
wow.
you don't have to have a custom
Really? That's
pass
cool.
like on
Yeah.
Monday. So Megan and I figured this out and we were like, well, let's just stand here. Like we literally had like a perfect spot right at the finish line.
Yeah.
The grandstands. And so we stayed there the whole time. But I had all these guys in the tracker and Thomas started, Ioana started, and Carl was like at 2 miles and Carl still hadn't started. So I was like, okay, Carl's not running. And then I think Thomas got to like 2.5. And then all of a sudden the app starts and it's like, Carl just started the 5K. And I was like, what?
yeah. If you guys know the Boston 5K, it's chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
Like just lining up in the corral. I didn't know where. I just jumped in wave 2, and I was
Yeah.
like 9-minute pace. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna fight my way up. But I was
You
like,
can't find anyone there. It's
yeah.
it's
I
insane.
hung out with Alex Herms like in the beginning, but then he was running with Allie from Runner's World, so I hung with them for a bit. But they wanted to go back even more, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I was like, I'm not fighting Thomas. He's not. I texted him. I'm like, he probably doesn't have his phone.
Well, yeah. So Thomas didn't have his phone, but luckily Justin Hall, who was with us for the weekend taking photos, was going to the start. And so I had told him where Megan and I were, and then he relayed that to you.
Yeah.
So Thomas knew to look for us at the finish, which was nice. But what's ironic is that Carl and Matt started at the exact same time. So I just assumed you guys were running together.
Oh,
And meanwhile, you said you guys never saw each other.
didn't see him once.
But on the tracker, it looked like you ran together almost the entire time
That's
until
hilarious.
the end.
That's
So originally, Matt had said that he wanted to do what he did basically with you last year, which was run
7:55.
7:55. And so I was like, I don't feel like killing myself tomorrow. Like I wasn't mentally in the space to run like a hard 5K. So I was like, that sounds fun. I'll do that for you if you want.
Right.
We can do that together. And he goes, okay, we'll find out if you're a better pacer than Robbie. And
Hard to beat. Hard to beat.
well, I think in that case he was, he really appreciated how you guided him in last year.
Yeah.
So
I think, we achieved our goal, right, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Or it was like maybe...
No, he missed it by a little bit because I remember he raced right afterwards and got it.
I was pacing consistently, but he
Yeah.
just had to slow down the last
You were
one.
not at fault.
Yeah, okay. just clearing things up.
just clarifying for the masses.
yeah, but so I was like, when I was in the corral and I didn't see him, I was like, well, I'm still gonna kind of like just stick to that plan, like run a nice even thing. So I didn't look at my watch or anything, and just kind of, like I said, I was in that corral where I felt like, okay, these people are rolling around that area. I felt like it was an effort pace, but it wasn't like hard race pace. And it was great to see I came in and I looked to the side and there's Megan and Megan.
Nice.
And of course I did. I got to figure out how to lock the screen on this action camera, because there's video of me holding it up and doing it,
Oh, man, that's the worst.
and I'm not recording.
We captured him trying to record us.
Yeah, I wonder
but
when that happened. Also,
Rainbow Falls. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I ended up, I was happy with the effort for the day. I forgot though, I was supposed to do
Cool
I was
down.
supposed to do cool down miles. I was like, I ended up talking to Emily Abate and Dom Scott were in the finishing corral, and I ended up just talking to Emily Abate, and we got on all the stuff that she's been talking about, and I just totally lost track of what I was doing and just went back to the hotel and was like, done.
Like
Yeah.
2 more after. Is that what you're trying to do? 2 more?
Yeah. I mean, and then I'm like, I know I'm going to the track later, so I'm
Oh, yeah,
gonna
that's true.
get at least a mile in there.
Right.
But
So I was like,
but
what's
so
the big
Megan
deal?
and I are at the grandstand still, and I'm tracking Carl now. So I'm like, well, let's wait for him. It'll only be like another 10 minutes, but it's like cold and kind of rainy, and I'm like ready to just go back, be inside, but I'm tracking Carl, and I'm like, okay, he's at 3, and as soon as someone hit 3 on the tracker, it was like we would see them within like 30 seconds. So I was like, okay, perfect. So Carl hits 3, and then nothing.
It's a repeat of the Grand Canyon.
He's like nowhere to be found. And it's like 1 minute goes by, 2 minutes goes by, and I'm like losing it because he's the last person I'm waiting for to
That's
see.
hilarious.
Did you think he died?
And I was just like, did he just stop? Did he just
run out of
decide he's
water?
not going to cross the finish line? And then all of a sudden I see this guy trudging down the lane with a beer in his hand. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. I saw Justin Hall outside of the tunnel, like the underpass or whatever, and he told me he had a beer like waiting for me like at the finish, but then he was like, do you just want it now? I'm like, yeah.
Do you just want it now? It's gonna be a while.
You have 200 yards.
I'm like, I will recreate the moment from last year.
Yeah.
And I also turned left on Boylston with a beer in my hand. So
Yeah.
I did do that.
I think we talked about this. We definitely talked about this before. But do you feel like it's weird to cross the finish line of like take those 2 iconic turns?
Yeah, I do.
For the 5K.
The first time I did it, I did think it was weird. Now I love it. I think it's
Great. I do think it's cool. Like,
Because think about all the people who would love to run Boston who don't get the chance, and you get that kind of like
you get a little
glow.
taste of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not this like you've crossed during the Boston Marathon. It's
not
a
the same.
huge difference. You're
Yeah,
walking
right.
through much less vomit.
Yeah. Although did they change it where like the finish line is actually the finish line of the 5K? Because I could have sworn 2 years ago like the finish line was a little bit past.
It was. They
Okay, so they
changed
finally
it.
okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah. It was a little bit past.
That's why you do that loop when you go out and you go out under that bridge
Yeah.
and come back around.
Okay.
That's why you're doing
Okay.
that, is to get that extra.
Okay.
I think it used to just go out, you go down the bridge area
then
thing
you
to
turn,
pop
yeah.
back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because when I did it,
Yeah, it
okay,
was a
so
little
now it finishes right exactly.
If you learn how the rules of that 5K, it's becoming one of my favorite ones. It's just you have to know if you want to run faster.
Got to be in the front. Yeah.
How much does it cost to like actually run it? Do you know?
It's like $70, I think.
I think so, 75, something like that.
But you get a cool.
The t-shirt is good.
Yeah.
The
t-shirt's nice.
It is a t-shirt that you would wear again.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus a lot of these 5Ks, you're like, what? Toss
Yeah.
that in the garbage.
Yeah.
This one is a nice Adidas with a Boston logo. If
like
you were
black
just
and green
running
or
by someone, they'd be like, oh, you ran Boston. Because
Yeah.
you see the little unicorn.
Oh yeah.
stuff.
That's a good way to get some stolen
Valor,
in there.
baby.
Yeah. Well, I was doing some stolen valor all weekend because we had access to clothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got the coolest jacket.
Nice.
So yeah, after the 5K,
We went to one of our favorite restaurants.
yeah, so there's a place called Pressed Cafe that's like right near in Copley Place that we basically went like at least once a day.
Why is it our favorite though?
It has like something for everyone. Like the menu is huge, but it's also really good and really fast. And so when you're with a big group of people, it's like just very easy.
They do move orders there.
Yeah,
Really
they do.
fast.
And
Yeah.
we went with Ioana came after the 5K. And that dude eats.
Oh really?
Oh my gosh, it was the best. He ordered a full breakfast burrito and then a bagel sandwich.
Dang, dude.
And I was like, he
And-
was like, yeah, I ran the 5K. And I was like, that's incredible.
And these burritos are 2-hand burritos. These
Yeah.
aren't 1-hand burritos. And the egg sandwich was on a bagel and it was big. And he's like, yeah, I get hungry.
He's also someone who I had never met until this weekend
Oh, right.
in like our space. And I really enjoy his company. Like he's just a very nice,
Yeah.
genuinely good guy.
Yeah.
So he was fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
I was because you weren't at the sloat. That's where we first met him.
Yeah,
I
a
was
couple
not
years
there.
ago.
That's back when we hated him.
Yeah. Talk shit all the time.
That guy.
That was like the first time he ever came to anything like that too. Remember?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that was fun though.
I always liked you, bro. I always liked you from the start.
Yeah.
Madonna
For the
Mountain,
record.
baby. We know.
But down a mountain.
And then, yeah, Saturday afternoon/evening was the big event at the track with New Balance, the marathon relay, which This episode is sponsored by LMNT, our favorite electrolyte beverage that now comes in slim sparkling cans. Carl and Robbie just cracked open a fresh one. Robbie, what flavor we got today?
I got the orange salt because we drank all the other ones. We're on an orange kick today. Florida better watch out. Their crops are going to be decimated with all this immunity.
California has oranges too. We can go there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So LMNT Sparkling also comes in pineapple salt, black cherry salt, and a crowd favorite lemonade salt. And they're available online.
Don't forget pineapple salt too.
She said
I
that.
started with
did
that.
you?
Yeah.
Man, it was
Guess what flavor
I
is
was
Robbie's
blanking out.
favorite flavor?
Pineapple.
Yeah, Robbie likes the pineapple.
So these slim cans deliver 500 milligrams of sodium, 100 milligrams of potassium, and 30 milligrams of magnesium. It's the perfect delicious beverage for when you're sweating or when you're not. So you can get your free 8-count LMNT sample with any purchase by going to drinklmnt.com/thedrop.
Yeah, I got to talk to you, Meg, about that Uber situation.
So here was what the plan was. Because we were traveling in quite a large group, most of the time we had to take 2 Ubers to get everyone places.
Tubers.
Yeah,
The
tubers,
tubers.
as they like to call them. Yeah. And Carl and I each used our Uber app to get one. And mine arrived first. And then I'm not sure what happened to Carl. I'll let him tell that story.
I'm going to tell you, this is why I always get annoyed that this happened to me last time. If you don't travel with Meg, it's like something bad. Like everybody piled in with Meg, and I was like me and 2 other people, and our Uber like was circling. I'm like, it's not coming. It keeps saying it's going to be here, and it's not here. And then you guys are like, we're at the track. Where are you? Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, we left basically around the same time. But you got there like, what, in 20 minutes? 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I would say max.
Dude, it took us like 45 minutes to almost an hour to get there. And like, it was crazy. Like the traffic, it wasn't like the driver's fault. Like it was legitimately like just bad traffic. Like people were just stuck in the intersections.
Yeah, we did hit some of that.
Yeah, but we just ended up. So basically, it was me, Brady, and Justin Hall. So obviously, all the camera people, which we can't do again. I'm like, one of us has to
Yeah,
be in
that's
another.
interesting.
It's like
I
the
didn't even
president.
think about that
Yeah,
when
it's
we
the
got
presidential
Ubers.
situation. Someone's got to be like,
Yeah.
But we all missed like the opening ceremony, the team walk up, warm ups, all that stuff. Literally, by the time I got there, we were on the 4th leg, which was Megan Featherston, and I was the 5th leg. So I was like sprinting to the infield.
Like I was giving him my bib.
I was freaking. I was like super livid and just like freaking out. And I'm just like, I need a singlet. I didn't have any water, no warm up, and I just went straight to wherever the handoff place was. I'm like, this is gonna suck, dude. I was so mad.
Here's the best part of it. He stayed calm and cool the whole time.
Inside, dude, there was a fire raging inside me.
I was being sarcastic.
I can't imagine Carl
Well,
acting
I will-
pissed off about that.
I will say, like, I told the entire team, I was like, get there by 2:15 because we have to be out on the track at 2:45. I need to distribute bibs. We
You
have to
didn't-
check in.
You missed the shit show before the shit show.
And because our Uber was a little bit delayed getting to us, and then we sat in the traffic as well, we didn't arrive until
2:15 or
No,
something.
like 2:30.
Oh, really? Okay,
Almost.
yeah.
And so I go and I get all of our bibs and all of our singlets.
So you know how last year we had like a table and we had
Yeah.
our flags and we go over there, our bibs were there and everything. This time, Megan, like we walk in, she's got a box and she just sits down like in the middle of like.
Well, there's like people everywhere, right? Because there's 20 different teams with 26 people
Right.
and also fans and friends and whatever. So there's like hundreds of people. And so I just tried to find like a spot near the track where there was like some space. And I'm just like trying to go through all of these bags of singlets to find sizes for people to put on.
Imagine you're trying to get your singlet and there's other people just walking around, like milling around, like, oh, and that's cool. Look, it's a big track. And we're trying to hand them out. Plus, Meg doesn't know all the faster bastards that are there. Like she doesn't run every Saturday with us. So, people, they're dressed in plain clothes. It's not like they all came in faster bastards gear. She's trying to figure out who's getting a singlet from us, and people are walking around. So you're sitting there going, your mini thing happened times 10 before. Before.
Yeah.
It was like straight chaos, but it like worked out in the 11th hour. So like I'm like handing all these singlets out to people. So they're like, we're all just changing right there in the middle of the track.
Right.
And everyone's like putting their bibs on. And like these announcers are going like, we need all the teams on the track in
Right.
like 2 minutes.
And at this point, we don't have our T-shirts that we're handing out because last year the
right.
T-shirts were under the table. Best thing was they asked me to bring the banners back from last year, so I traveled all the way up there with a frame kit, like metal poles, this
Yeah.
stuff.
A second checked bag.
The only thing in there was the nylon flag thing. The rest was all Puma stuff.
No way.
And the best thing was our New Balance contact walks up and opens it and sees it all.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I was like, we could have done a step and repeat for Puma, but we didn't have all our Believe in the Run flags.
What was that even from? From the running event thing or
I'm-
something?
No, we
I'm
did
thinking it has to be.
We did something here.
No, I think it's probably from the running event.
Okay, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's insane.
yeah, and I'm like, great. I'm like, I thought that was a tablecloth, so we didn't have a tablecloth. They didn't really have a table for us, so it was like we took the T-shirts, and like the first year, I felt like the T-shirts went like super fast. And this year, though, I feel because we didn't have like a area set up,
Right.
people weren't.
Well, once they found out where we were, they went
then they
immediately.
went, yeah. But
Okay.
there was like this period
Yeah.
where I'm like, nobody wants shirts.
Last year we were all advertising the heck out of where we
Okay,
were. So.
and so
But so back to the like after I handed everything out, they're like calling us up. So one of the faster bastards, I forget who it was, but they had like given him a sign that said like believe in the run. And so he like he has no idea what he's supposed to be doing, but he's like up at the start, like waiting for all of us to come up and be a part of this team as he's like going up onto like the track to announce us. And literally, I want to say 3 seconds before they're like, and believe in the run, like we run over to the side and just walk right onto the track as they announced it.
Did you get this on video? Honestly, that's why I was mad because I'm like, I need to get all this stuff on video, and so
I would think I did, but I can't guarantee it.
okay.
Like, I definitely got the ladies dancing at the Shakeout run in front of the band when we got to Heartbreak.
That's a very different day.
that's most important.
Exactly. That's exactly what we want to see.
But yeah, this one I'm not sure.
And
I did a lot of like running next to athletes. While
Yeah, I saw that. That's
speaking of, how many people were there?
It was bigger than
compared
last
to
year.
last year.
Oh, I would say 25 to 30% more.
Oh, okay.
I would
so
even
like-
go higher.
Maybe.
My thing is, I think that last year was like the first time
Right.
you were like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
This year, there's probably like some people like, oh, it's too far to go or whatever.
Yeah.
No, dude,
I think it's going to be, you give this event 5 years and it's going to be its own big event up in Boston.
Oh, 100%.
And was it pretty much the same, like setup in the infield and
Yeah.
everything?
Yep, they had the DJ little pyramid
Nice.
thing was there. Like the beer, like the bar was in the same exact area.
I didn't
so-
get any food at all.
I didn't eat anything
Oh,
either,
man.
dude. I had nothing.
They had, and it looked good. There was like these,
They
like
had
the
sandwiches, sausages.
Sausage, like,
they
yeah.
had all
Donuts?
sorts of
They had
stuff.
coffee. They had like
Yeah.
I
a bunch
really
of
wanted
stuff.
one of the sausages, but I'm like, I can't run even a
Yeah,
moderately
that's-
effort mile
that's
after eating that
questionable.
sausage.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's too
so
much.
we again brought back Kim Conley onto our team to try and obviously make us super fast.
Yeah.
She was trying to go for a record.
She wanted to break 440 in the miles. She ran a 440.
4, I think.
4 or something.
Dang.
Still sub 5, which is absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
That's crazy.
So you know how when we run next to people at the marathon, and you're like, oh, for a little short period, it's not that bad. I was running alongside Kim with the camera, and not that far, and I was like, I'm trying to keep up with you, like there was an effort to keep
For
up.
like more than
1
25
second.
yards.
That's nuts.
You know how it's a 200-meter track, and so I would stand at the top of the curve, and then come down with them and basically go to
Okay.
where the start line would be. So
Right.
maybe 50.
Yeah.
Like
50 meters.
Yeah, and
That's a lot.
she was flying, man.
Yeah.
I was nervous too because I was the second leg and I knew she was trying to like run this record and I also handed off to me and I was like, oh my God, don't mess up her thing. Like make sure you're in the right spot. And then there was confusion on the first leg of where you should hand it off. But
And by the record, what do you mean?
just her personal
okay.
record.
Oh,
right?
that's her personal? I thought she
No.
was going for
No, I'm sorry. It's a
Masters.
world record
Yeah.
for Masters.
Oh,
So 440
shoot.
on the
Okay.
track. Yeah.
But she wouldn't get,
It wouldn't be official.
yeah, because it's not
Right.
a track event.
Oh wow, that's.
I thought I heard a dog.
Yeah, there's a dog barking.
I didn't realize that was.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's.
Dude, she's
unreal.
fast AF. Yeah.
And guess what she wants to do? She was mad that we didn't call her for the Grand Canyon run. She's one of the people that would like to go back with us.
Okay.
Yeah. I would do
She'd be like a Ryan Hall. She'd be like bouncing up and around.
Well, I
and-
would like to see her and Ryan Hall together
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh, yeah,
So maybe we
dude.
get Ryan back in.
and we bring poles.
Yeah,
And if you-
definitely.
bring
Oh,
poles.
dude. Yeah.
And if you, I know I brought this up before, like a few months ago, but if you should definitely, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch her
Yeah.
2012 Olympic trials comeback.
Yeah.
It's still the craziest comeback, I think, where she's
Yeah.
behind by like 200 meters on the last lap.
She's got a kick.
Crazier than Kim Kardashian's.
Not crazier than that. The comeback.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. I think that this event is just going to keep growing. And like, yes, it is outside of like the back bay.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Was she wearing the ellipse to try this attempt?
No,
at
she
the-
wore spikes.
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say because
She
I
only
wore the
bounced
ellipse.
spikes.
The rest of the team of us wore ellipse, and it would not be the team, not the shoe that I think would be optimal for breaking a
I
world
kinda-
record on the track.
No, but I thought it was fun to run in on the track.
It was fine.
Yeah.
but like to try
To
to
break
break a
a
world
record,
record,
yeah.
if she ran the ellipse and ran a 4:44 or whatever,
Right.
Forget about it.
Definitely.
So the team that won, I'm not remembering their name now.
Battles.
Battles?
Something.
yeah. See how much was it worth it to win it, guys? I'm glad you got that win.
No, but those guys were like in spikes,
Kidding.
a lot of them, and they ran a 2:14.
yeah, they
Yeah.
were real track runners.
It was
Yeah.
like
they were all of them.
You would get out on the track, and like I was running hard, and they were passing me like I was walking,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
and I was like, I don't understand this. How does this work? How do you get that fast?
Yeah.
They ran a 2:14,
Marathon.
and
yeah.
then to think that the actual winner of the race was
Right?
12 minutes faster.
I know
insane.
that
Yeah.
part is even crazier.
That is actually crazy.
Yeah, they're not even that impressive.
Yeah.
when you look at Monday.
Wow. All right. So what place did you guys come in?
Not first, not last. That's all.
Okay, here's what we need to say. We had a 10-minute team PR.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
year
That's
we
great.
ran a 2:57, and this year we ran a 2:47.
One of the reasons was I only did 1 mile instead of 2.
Yeah, our team was much bigger this year, so most
Yeah.
of us only did one
Oh,
lap.
okay.
I did strategically let Kim and Yuana do 2 laps.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to.
So, yeah. But no, it was very, very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And so then we pretty much wrapped that up. And
We had some hotel lobby dinner pizza.
yeah, because it was later. I don't know why it got so late.
That's how it works when you run a marathon at 3 p.m.
Oh, but yeah, so we did that, and I went across the street. The Star Market has like a liquor
Okay.
section, so I got a couple bottles of wine. Like I should have bought 1 bottle of
Yeah.
the Justin's, but I thought, oh, they got these little bottles,
And they're cute. I get it.
and they look like they would not be expensive.
Yeah.
Turns out,
I feel like this is like the classic Thomas.
Yeah.
You love. I feel like it's only on like work stuff where you buy a bottle of wine. You're like, oh man, that was like $200.
it pretty much it was like I'll just get these 3 little bottles,
Yeah.
Right.
and everybody can have their own bottle if they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to the rest. Oh, they were like $30 each.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my gosh.
that's
You raised
crazy.
that. You just raised
I was
that.
like,
It's
oh,
right
they'll
off,
be
right
perfect
off.
with the pizza we just got.
Yeah.
Did you get the pizza from Dirty Dough?
No,
or
we didn't go
whatever?
there. We tried 2 new spots.
I like the second one, the one that you had. the
Yeah,
night
which was
before.
something with an R. Rose. I'm not
I
gonna
didn't
remember
I
it.
have no idea.
But we actually got recommended. Megan was going to the elevator, and someone walked in with a pizza box, and they
Okay.
were like, "You got to go to this place." So that's where we
That's
ordered
good.
from on Sunday. But Saturday night we got from Otto's,
Yeah,
which
that
was
was
like
good.
it was like Verde style, like thin
Oh wait,
crust.
no, I liked the second, the almost
Yeah.
more garbagey pizza.
Yeah,
Better.
yeah,
Well, it was also warm, and the
yeah.
first one was like
You
artisanal.
also
and cold.
had several beverages when
Yeah.
you had the pizza on Sunday.
It's a good combination.
That is true.
Yeah. This episode is sponsored by SWIFTWICK socks. They're our favorite socks.
Definitely our preferred sock of
Oh, I
choice.
got him one right now.
Good job, Robbie.
We had a team member from SWIFTWICK on our relay this weekend in Boston. We were wearing their socks all weekend.
She is not lying.
What's your favorite style?
You know what my favorite styles make?
I don't.
I like a mid-calf.
Mid-calf. Robbie?
The Flight XT Crew.
All right. Well, regardless of which style you like, you can get them all at swiftwick.com. And you can see our favorites at swiftwick.com/collections/believe.
So, but then we're getting ready for the Shakeout run the next day. We're like, hey, we got to, which at this point I'm like, it's the last sort of stressful thing for me. Like, I did the Mountain Coast thing. We did the 5K in the morning, did the relay. All I have to do is Shakeout. And that to me is once the Shakeout's done, I feel like, okay,
Can
I'm
relax.
not running on Monday. I can have some fun.
Yeah.
And the Shakeout run, we had over 1,200 RSVPs for the Shakeout with Heartbreak.
And I think
Adidas.
nearly everyone showed up.
It looked insane.
It's by far, I think, the most people,
At Boston, for
yeah,
sure.
we've had.
Well, here's the thing. I was a little nervous because it was chilly.
and it started to rain.
It was drizzling.
Oh, wow.
And it just was not, like if I was running the Boston Marathon, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I just
Skip
doing a Shakeout.
It was also like there was 50 Shakeout runs Saturday,
Right.
50 Shakeout runs Sunday, starting at 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. And ours was pretty much like last.
Yeah, it was like 9:30, 10 a.m.
So I was like, there was a part of me that was like, I mean, no one could show up.
Yeah, I was a little nervous, but as we walked up to the Shakeout, the line to get the T-shirts was
Crazy.
almost down the block.
Looked like a Taylor Swift concert, dude.
Yeah,
So it was the red T-shirts, right?
yeah. I got the blue one we got a leader one,
Oh, nice.
and I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry. We designed a shirt that they did not use the design. They went with this design, and it still is under my skin because the design was so slick.
Oh, man.
And,
Wait, why that happened?
I think it was probably time.
Yeah.
And maybe someone else had already designed something and they're like, let's just go.
I
see.
think that there was two different designs and maybe one.
But so
like, let's just do
those,
One was the CEO's son.
Yeah, pretty much.
what are those? What did you say the bikes are? Segways?
Yeah, the segues.
So once everyone got their T-shirts, Thomas stood on a van shivering, and everyone thought he was going to fall off.
I thought his running career was about to end.
I'm looking
Dude,
at it right now.
I
Looks
was
like,
cold. It was
Yeah.
it was rain and I had
It got cold once the rain
I had a
started.
Yeah.
long sleeve shirt underneath of my
t-shirt.
T-shirt, and the wind was blowing up there, and I
how'd
was
you get
just-
up there? Was there a ladder?
Yeah, they gave me a
Okay.
ladder, which
Very
on the way
sketch, very
down
sketch.
was sketchy as AF.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, freaking Trevor Fonte's running with his chest hair sweater on.
the whole time. Every
Dude,
time I saw him,
it's
he didn't have a
insane.
shirt
Well,
on.
He
it's funny
stuck
'cause-
out like a sore thumb. It was crazy.
He even joined me. So post Shakeout run, I go for a run with Patrick Nava, and because he wanted to get some more miles, and so Trevor decided to come with us, and I'm just like, dude, I was shivering up on top of that van. You're just sitting out here, bare chested,
He
tiny
looks
shorts.
like, to be fair, he looks like if Wolverine like took testosterone supplements, like
Seriously.
Yeah.
for
And I don't know
years.
what year his Nikes are from, but they're not current. And I was like, dude, you got to try the Adidas
Hyper
Hyper
Boost.
Boost Edge. But anyway, so we
and they have blue pairs of Hyper Boost Edge.
Yeah, that's what we got. We got new pairs of shoes in Boston, and
I feel like the uppers improved a little bit. Like
100%.
It was
It's-
easier to get on, and the area that affected my ankle, I didn't notice it at all on the blue pair. I just they now like. I know Joanna loves the shoe. I also love the shoe. We spent half the Shakeout run talking about the shoe,
Nice.
but I think I don't know. It just feels like the upper fits a little better.
yeah,
All right, that's
I
good.
100% agree. But the fun thing about this Shakeout was, well, it was point to point. So we started down in the Back Bay area, and then we finished at the Heartbreak actual store in
Cambridge.
Okay.
And the bikes, the Segway bikes, they had guys riding them with flags, and that's sort of who escorted us through the city,
They were
which
just
was
honking their
fun.
horns.
We
the whole
looked like
time.
Yeah.
fluorescent Fury Road.
Like if it's one of those like shakeout runs though, where if I wasn't part of it, I would have been like really annoyed. I would have been like
100%.
these.
My favorite thing
a-holes.
is Carl when we're running, like we're running down one of the streets. Carl's like, she's driving in Boston.
If you're driving to downtown Boston today, you made a mistake.
Yeah, we just like took
Yeah.
over the streets.
Yeah.
But
No
no, it was
repercussions.
really fun. Yeah, and Dom Scott came, so we ran with her for quite a bit. Got to catch up with her, which was nice.
And the two Adidas.
Yeah, the
pros
athletes were
were
there.
there.
A bunch of influencers. Aaron Azar was there. Eric Floberg was there.
We took Josiah.
Tommy
who
was there.
We took Josiah, and I think
I was running with him, dude. He was
Yeah.
at the front.
I know. I was
he was
like, calm
pushing the
down.
pace. I was like, bro, stop.
Aubrey had an engagement with the people he came to Boston with, so he went to their shakeout run. But his son was like, "Nah, believe in the run."
Yeah, that's so
He's
funny.
the best.
We know where he stands.
Yeah.
That's
and yeah,
hilarious.
it was. I mean, it was just packed. We had a lot of people there. Herm showed up at the end.
I did
I
see
feel like
him,
that's
yeah.
his move with shakeout runs, is showing up.
Well, I think
Well,
Well,
he
he's
had,
from Cambridge, so he's just like, well, why am I going to go there to run back here when I
Yeah.
can just meet you there?
Yeah.
Did he do stuff with Adidas this weekend, or is that
I think he did some stuff. I know he was doing stuff with Puma. He had a shakeout run with them.
okay?
He did do a shakeout. He did like a little trial of the Hyper Boost Edge.
That was Friday morning.
Friday
I think,
morning,
right
yeah.
before
Okay.
we all got there.
Who did that? Was this you and Brady that did the video for this, or is it like combination
that
for
might,
the reels?
there's
No,
two
that-
different ones. That might even be Heartbreak.
Heartbreak did one, and then I made one that I didn't think was.
I think that was under your. Okay, whatever.
I will say, so at Heartbreak store, they had coffee and bagels and stuff. The bagels, I wanted to find out where they were from because they were really good. I don't know if you guys had one.
I didn't
have
have one.
They were one. It was one of the best bagels.
I never
I've
eat
had.
at these things, dude.
I know
Like,
that's the thing. You ever, if you're at a wedding,
That's what yeah, that's my comparison. It's the
Yeah, but
wedding.
if you're carb loading, I was like, yeah, I'm taking
but
a
I
bagel.
just forget. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm talking to people, and then I find
That-
like,
dude, yeah.
I saw somebody with a really good cold brew looking thing, and so I was like, "Where'd you get that?" And by the time I'm talking,
I got
to
one of
people,
those. Yeah.
I didn't get one because they were all gone, and I was just like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy. Look, this when we put these events together, it's for the people who come out.
That's
Yeah.
why.
For
That's
the
my
children.
mentality of it.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the children.
But and then I also knew that I didn't want to have a bagel because
You were running
I was
more,
going to go
yeah.
run some more miles.
Nice. So that was a big success. That's good.
Yeah, so that was kind of like our last like work-ish
My favorite.
thing.
Can I say one more thing about
Yeah.
the shakeout? My favorite thing was I was talking to someone who works with Adidas, and they're like, "Yeah, it was pretty big. Last year we had like 400 people." And I was like, okay.
It's no big deal.
So then after that, I was kind of like, okay, I want to do nothing. Although we got back to the hotel and Adidas hooked us up with some pretty sweet gear.
Oh, that was the best.
They had the
They-
styling suite.
Yeah, they had a styling suite in
It's
the
a new
Marriott.
thing.
Is that you get a haircut?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you actually get a haircut?
No.
Oh,
They basically had a room with a bunch of Adidas gear that was either collabs or like
What's it, Komori?
Hermanos Komori. Yeah.
Hermanos Komori.
like a lot of gear
Y3.
that
Y3.
you don't
Nice.
necessarily see like or can have access to easily.
There was a wild pair of pants that I was like, Meg, have I aged out of these? And she's like, yeah.
Nice job.
If you asked me, bro, I would have said absolutely not.
I mean, I do like the cool kids again. They can pull it off. Like there was some styling going on that I was like, yeah, you guys they look like extras in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah, I can see that.
Like there was the bangs on this one girl are like cut like right, like half quarter-inch bangs,
Yeah.
like off the hair.
Like Simple Jack.
See, that's the thing on me or you. Simple Jack on her, she looked like futuristic, like could kick
Fifth
Like
Element.
360.
like the in like Mugatu's
Yes.
assistant or
Mugatu's
whatever.
crew came in,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the guy with the coffee was help styling us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want me bloaty? But yeah,
So yeah, after that, then finally, I pretty
did
much
we have to go? 'Cause
went to
we
the
had-
hotel and
I
chilled.
felt like I had to go.
You had to
someplace.
go. You had to go see someone from On.
I know what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ran over to see our friends at On. They had the robot set up in like right under the Sitco sign. So Emily, who was there in Korea, she did a dance, and I was like, why didn't we do the dance together? And she's like, well, we'll do one this time.
Nice.
So went over there. We did our own TikTok. Apparently, she's a TikTok native, and then she saved the video without the TikTok
Gotcha. Okay.
thing, so I could share it. But yeah, like I felt foolish, but it was fun, and I got to peek through a little hole that had a blurry version of the race day shoe from On coming out that we got to see.
Oh, really?
We're at the running event.
Like they just
I have a picture of it. I can
Okay.
share the picture too because they
Okay.
said I could, but I'll see if I can just show it to you while we're here.
Was this the same space they were in last year?
No,
Oh, okay.
like this, I think even
It looked warehousey.
I think
It
even
was right under the Citgo sign.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think even they it's here. Do this way.
Oh yeah.
Even they were like, this is too far out.
Oh okay.
Because so I started walking to it, and I realized if I walked to it, I looked at the Google Maps, and it was like a 30-minute walk.
Oh wow.
So I was like, I got to run. And luckily, I still had my Shakeout gear on. So I just was like, I'll run to On. And it still was, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
This is a
Out there.
hike.
Yeah.
It was like a mile and a half. And so they weren't getting the traffic that like Newberry pop-ups were getting, but there were people going over there to check it out. And once you were there, it was pretty cool. It was almost like a museum of On. Like there was, and I don't mean like they had old stuff there, but like you went in and it was like art installations.
Okay. That's cool.
So yeah,
Nice.
it is pretty cool. And then people could try the light spray. And to show them my sales skills, I actually helped somebody try on the light spray.
Oh wow.
He was like, I don't want to try them on. And I overcame his objection by telling him that the upper was hydrophobic and that it wouldn't matter if his socks were wet. He could try the shoes and see
Oh,
how they
okay.
were, and he would not be hurting the shoe. He's like, okay, I'll try it.
Nice.
Then he ran off in them.
Yeah.
Hey, sold. One less thing you got to pack on the way home.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
They also had there's a cool look at the On People store too.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
And then you went and hung out at the hotel lobby bar.
Oh, yeah. So I am like, I got nothing to do. I want to keep the room quiet for Meg. I don't really feel like doing the Newberry Street thing. So I text Matt from Adidas and I text Kafuzi. And I kind of did them separately. Like at first one, I was like, oh, I'll just see if somebody
You're like
close by wants
going
to
down
do
the
it.
hierarchy of friends.
Pretty much. And then all of them all of a sudden were like, yeah. So we just went down to the place where you stole a dirty sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I was gonna ask if anyone
Yard-
stole a club
yard-
Yard
sandwich.
house.
I
Yard
did
house.
see a club sandwich, and I said to Emily Abate was with us. I said,
Yeah.
last year Robbie just took a sandwich like that and ate it. She, no way.
I'm glad you honored me that
Yeah.
way. By the way, club sandwiches are. Did you explain to her that the club sandwich, the beauty of the club sandwich is that the triangles aren't touching the other triangles. You can.
Yeah, but here's how I
section them
picture it.
off.
The guy talking to his friends while he's eating his club sandwich is doing expressive talking, and there's spittle flying out of his mouth all over that sandwich.
That's conjecture.
Yeah, it's in my head. But anyway,
yeah.
so we get down to the bar at around 3:00, 3:30 maybe. So Co and I are kind of like co-hosts at this point, and
No pun intended.
people are coming and going. So, we're there.
Oh, you're like holding court, basically.
Well, no,
I think they were just the ones not moving,
Yeah,
and people were like,
that's
"It's
what it
been an
was.
hour. I'm going to move on now," and they
It
just
was like
stayed
that.
there.
We have things to do.
Tommy was like, "Hey, I got to go to this event,"
Yeah.
and then he came back to the hotel and he's like, "You guys are still here?"
To be fair, he doesn't drink. So.
Yeah. Well, the same thing. Emily Abate went someplace and came back, and she's like, "You guys are still here?"
You're like,
And
this is how hanging out works.
ran into Chris, who works for ASICS, and he came over, and we had, all these different people popping over, and then Tommy and I don't remember what we were talking about because it ended up being around 8:30, but we were having this really good conversation. Tommy's like, "We should do a podcast. Like, we should. The three of us should do it." And Caboose like, "No, we're having a conversation here, and this is good enough."
I like it.
I will say you did take a break though because I
Oh, yeah.
ordered the pizza that we were talking about that Thomas really
okay.
liked. And I realized that he was in the lobby and I had it delivered and I was going to go down and get it, but I was like, Thomas is already down there. And I ordered one for Megan as well. And so I was like, can you go pick up the pizzas, deliver one to her room and one to my
Nice.
room? And he was like, yeah, sure. So
And it worked out.
he did
Yeah.
that and then ate a couple slices of pizza and
I-
then
well,
went
look,
back to his
I
table.
looked-
It's a delivery fee, you know?
I
Yeah.
looked at
tax.
I looked at her box,
Oh my God, it was the biggest pizza in the world. There was,
and I'm like, "There's no way you're eating all
Right.
this."
Right.
I mean, Megan gets a 12-inch pizza and half of it's still there.
Yeah.
So I was like, "I'm gonna grab a couple slices," and she's like, "Okay," which was great.
I feel like you probably needed it. I was also like, please eat this pizza.
For sure. And so it was like your own Boston pop-up then.
Right, but it really was like, and people were like, this. People came over and we took pictures with this one lady, and she's like, and it was fantastic for my ego because I'm sitting there with Kafuzi and Tommy, and her husband watches our reviews.
Nice. Yeah.
So she's like, "Can you take a picture with him?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
Nice.
"Coke, can you?"
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
And then you introduce them to them, and they're like,
Yeah.
I have no idea who they are. That's
Yeah.
the best.
Never heard of them.
Kafuzi. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Michael.
Yeah. No. They were fun because they were cheering for their friend who had tried several times to get into Boston, finally got into Boston. So they were surprising her. So they had one
Aw,
of those
that's cute.
things with her head, and
Yeah.
they like put it on the airplane and took a picture of it. They put it in their
wow.
bed.
That's
took a
like some
picture
good
of it.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
what I'm saying. Like they were like
Yeah.
came to surprise her, but not only that, created all this content.
Are they
around
non-runners
her.
too? That's even more impressive if so.
I didn't get the impression that they were runners.
Yeah.
Or I think they may have, but they were like really low key.
Okay.
Like
Dude, if you can find a friend who will travel to cheer you on at like one spot in a race.
dude, you can't get my own family to do that.
Yeah. Like you should never lose that friend, whatever you do.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So we ended up, and the only reason I came up was I didn't want to like come in at 9:30 or 10 and wake Megan up. So I was like,
So you just
okay.
stayed up all night.
And I was like,
So he's like, so I stayed in the lobby.
yeah, no, it was 8:30, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna.
I mean, 5 hours in
That's pretty
one
good.
spot is, that
That's a
feels like
night-
enough.
Yeah, I gotta say the afternoon day drink and then go to bed at 8:30. It's hard to beat that
Yeah,
because
I support
It's my
that.
life, dude.
Yeah.
you wake up feeling like pretty good, and then you got everything you needed to do done.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, and in the morning, did we already tell them about? I don't know if we said the Starbucks situation.
No, we talked about that on Feel for the Soul. So the best thing about staying at the Marriott Copley
Mm-hmm.
is there's a Starbucks in the hotel and it opens at 5 a.m. every single day.
Right.
And because Boston is a late race, we didn't have to leave our hotel till 6:15. So getting Starbucks in the morning before a race is like the best thing.
So the first time we figured it out, we did it the day before, and I was like, Meg, use my phone, order what you want. I'll go get it. And I'm like, I don't like at first I thought I was gonna have to leave the building and everything, but I was like, there's one right in this building. And she's like, no, there's not. I'm like, yeah, there is. And so I didn't even have to put on like a jacket or anything. And we ordered it. She started brushing her teeth. I got back to the room before her teeth brushing had finished.
yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? How did this even happen?
I gotta hear about this toothbrush routine. Toothbrushing routine.
2 minutes, electric.
Dude, that's impressive,
woogie.
honestly.
Yeah.
No cavities, right?
No.
None for
No.
a while. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so race morning, the weather, woke up. The whole time I was like waiting for it to be like, oh, freak, like hot wave coming in. It's going to be horrible on race day. But it was like literal perfection
Oh,
in the
yeah.
morning. Still had the tailwinds going. It was chilly. So Ben Johnson had texted me the day before and just wanted to walk to the buses together. So Megan and I and Thomas came with us.
I
And
saw a photo of Ben Johnson only wearing a plastic poncho over his singlet.
Yeah.
So it wasn't cold
Okay.
in the city. Like I didn't find it very cold in the city, but it
Okay.
said it was going to have like a real feel of 35 up in Athletes Village. So that's why we like dressed very warm.
Right.
Like, and here's the thing: like, why not dress warmer than you need to?
That's my theory
I'm with
always.
Because like you're gonna that shivering and the keeping your body, it's depleting your calories.
How is he not cold wearing that?
He said he's done this in colder and
guess
he
he's
was
from-
fine.
he's from
Yeah,
Minnesota.
and he's
he
from
is from
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And he's such like a minimalist dude. Like he doesn't have a phone on him. He has one water bottle that he's carrying and that's it.
Was his family here this time?
No.
No, they didn't
He was
come.
by himself.
So, yeah, when I took them in, we were in the lobby, and when I got back from dropping you guys off, David from Doctors Are Running, he was only in a singlet and shorts. And the people were trying to convince him, like, dude, do a couple throwaways. It's going to be cold up there.
Right.
And you have to realize that not only you're walking to the bus and you're waiting for the bus, it's probably that's at least 30 to 40 minutes of
Yeah.
being outside.
Yeah.
Then when you get there, how long would you say you're
Like
on
90
the ground?
minutes,
90
likely.
minutes in the cold. Think about how much energy you're spending keeping your body
shivering.
warm.
And
Easily.
burning through glycogen stores.
So he just wore that to the. He didn't have anything. That's insane.
Like
I
he was
can't imagine.
ready to run. That was it. And it was great because he was wearing all the Adidas stuff they gave him, which
I feel like even it takes my feet like 2 miles to warm up, like at a New York City marathon, even
Yeah.
when we're still
Yeah.
like inside of a tent.
But dropping them off, like I had never seen, like we've been a few times. I've probably walked Meg to the buses at least 3 times, and then I've run it twice myself. So going to the buses, I have never seen the optimism and the lightheartedness and the general good vibes heading to the buses like I did that morning. The sun was shining.
It did feel just like a lighter atmosphere than normal. Like, I feel like you can feel the anxiety of people around you typically, and
Yeah.
this just felt a lot lighter in general. I don't know if it was just the weather or that's just how the vibes were that day, but yeah, it was great. And they had implemented this new bus system, which Carl, I guess, said they had done this last year as well.
I'm sorry, I was mistaken.
Oh.
The box thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. It was like the same thing, but not without the boxes.
Oh.
Or whatever. So,
That was like when we did it.
yeah, that's what I figured. So.
So the first time I had experienced this whole new setup to get onto the bus is they basically put like a grid line down of these boxes, and they would funnel every single line into this one thing, and you would walk up and you'd fill the boxes, and then they would say, okay, you go to bus 3, and then they would push everyone
interesting.
forward and you'd do it again. And
Okay.
it seemed to work pretty well. We got there earlier than we did previous years just because we
it
realized
close.
that was, we cut it a little too close too many times. So we gave ourselves extra time, but that was like seamless and great. And of course, it takes an hour to get there, which always feels like a really long time to be driving in a bus. But then we got to Athletes Village, and we were with Ben, who was like, if you go to this one section, it's a lot less crowded.
Oh.
And so there's like main Athletes Village, and then there's like this parking lot, and it's where the charity runners go. And there's just like a ton of porta potties, and people just are generally not ushered that way, so no one really knows about it.
Interesting.
And so we found like this little corner in the parking lot in the sunshine. So we laid there for a while, and then just like literally if we needed to use the porta potty, there's no lines.
Nice.
It was like a perfect setup. Again, like just felt very like not stressful, not,
you should charge people for this information.
I know.
That's good.
Join the Patreon.
It's
We're gonna call it raffle ticket crumpling.
That's shh. Don't be spreading that.
but yeah, so we just hung out there for I guess like an hour or so. We were watching what everyone was eating around us, which was like a very diverse, interesting. Like some guy brought a
Like-
spoon and like overnight oats. Another guy had,
What did you do with the spoon afterwards? Because you said it
throw
was a
it.
fancy brass spoon.
I think he was just taught. Like, you got to be willing to
Feathers.
throw everything away.
Yeah, that's what they said.
If
Feathers
you,
was like it was a fancy brass spoon.
if you carry that with you, that'd be cool.
That'd
like
be pretty
tucked it into his
amazing.
pouch.
Yeah, like really needed this spoon.
You gotta keep this one.
And yeah, then it was like they called us up to get into the corrals, and
And
we're-
what wave? You were wave 1?
we were
or-
wave 1, corral 6, which is
Okay.
actually the furthest back I think I've ever been,
Hmm.
which ended up being fine because everyone's so fast now.
Insane.
I like while in the past I have been packed in like this, I didn't, well, kind of at some points, but I didn't feel like I couldn't run the paces I wanted to. Like there was enough space that I could get
Right.
around people if I wanted to, and generally people were running pretty quick out of the gate. What were you gonna say?
Well, while you're doing this, we're getting ready on the other end. So after I dropped Megan off from the buses, I actually had a lovely run with Coach Castor, Kafuzi, and Tommy. Everybody who was at the Coach, he came by the bar the day before
nice.
too.
Okay.
So we all decided we'd run together. We got our miles in, just did a quick one, and then we got ready and headed over to the grandstand. And again, thanks to Adidas, we had bracelets to get into the sweetest spot on the course. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than where we go.
And I think, Thomas, you guys got in a little bit later than Justin and I. But like when I know how like crowded that area gets like very quickly. When we got there was like nobody there. So Justin got like the best spot, like tucked in the corner of the bottom tier or whatever.
Nice.
The closest to the structure.
Right.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
And I think he had a media pass, which we still don't know what the hell like you're able to get to.
I think that's easier for like just moving around. Like when we had media passes, when Meg and I did, that helps you get through like.
If you need to cut through a course at some point or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's a specific area that.
No.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But he's like, I'm not moving.
Did he just wear a diaper or whatever?
That's all. I thought about it. I was like, dude, I need Depends or something because like I don't want to leave my spot because I got a pretty good spot.
It would keep you warm too.
And then
for a
cool
while.
you off though.
You're
Yikes.
right. Yeah, it would get bad real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First part would be great. You what?
I said I've been there.
As recently as last week. Yeah. That's so that's good. And then were you at the same spot?
So yeah, you know how they have like the upper tier and then the lower one. I went to the higher end because my problem with the lower one is if you don't have like a long enough lens, you get the people who lean with their phones and they get in the shot. So at least when you're above them, you can go.
That's
I can
true.
hold my camera over and shoot downwards and completely avoid them. Yeah. So that was my rationale. But I had a pretty good spot too. So I was getting hungry though. Like I got there and like I had breakfast, but I'm just like. I'm getting hungry, dude.
That was the only problem. Is like, I went to inside to get like people were coming out with bagel sandwiches and stuff like that. So I was like, "Oh, Carl, you want? I'll go inside and grab us a couple things." And I went in and the trays were all cleared off.
Oh.
So it's now like 10:30 or so, and so I said to one of the ladies, I was like, "Oh, are there more sandwiches coming in?" She goes, "No, we'll be transitioning to lunch soon." So I was like, "All right, I'll come back in a half an hour and check on that." I came back and there's still no food out.
Yeah. It felt like this year the hospitality section was like way more packed than like 2 years ago when I went.
Okay.
And it seemed like a lot, maybe because the temperatures were cooler, a lot more people stayed in the inside area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they had big screens in there so you could watch what was going on without having to be
That's
shivering
fair.
or whatever.
there. And honestly, like if I was not waiting for Meg and the other people, sitting in there watching on a big screen with a hot cup of coffee would probably be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But
Seen one marathon, you've seen them all. So then for you, so how did you, the night before, how did you sleep? I meant to ask that.
I didn't do great. I didn't do horrible.
Okay.
It was just kind of okay. It's funny because I never look at my aura data in the morning before a race, just because whether it's a great sleep or a crappy sleep, like I don't want that in my head. Yeah. But Megan did look at hers, and hers was like the high. It was like 100 million % greatness in your recovery and your sleep and all of this. And I was like, mother effer. But I didn't look at mine, which is good because it was not great. But I felt pretty good, and I was like, we did a full recap on Fuel for the Soul. So if you want like all the nutrition and all that, go listen to that. But I remember like just standing in the corral and being like, training went as good as it possibly could have for what happened given COVID and travel. I carb loaded as best as I possibly could. I felt good at the start. Like I was like, I'm ready to go. And I was like, it's literally the perfect weather day. There's a tailwind on top of it. Yeah. Like I was like, at this point, this is your chance. Like you just run. So I was like pretty feeling good and optimistic and started running. And I was like, it's funny because I feel like within 3 miles, if you feel like really good or not.
That can be deceiving sometimes though.
I know, true. And I felt fine. Like I kept checking in with myself and being like, nothing's wrong. Okay. You're fine. Like slightly uncomfortable, but you're racing. This is quite literally how it's supposed to feel. And yeah, just kept running and just couldn't seem to like get into like a really solid groove or like a really positive mental space despite like really trying. And it wasn't until like mile 17 or 18 where just something clicked in my head and I was like, you just stop looking at paces, just enjoy this incredible day and run as hard as you possibly can. And so that was kind of what I did for the rest of the race. And my time slowed down, but it was like as fast as I could possibly run while also having as much fun as I possibly could.
And I'll say the tracking app this year was the best race tracking app I've ever seen. I was tracking multiple people. It had them dead on, like all their spots.
Pretty accurate. Yeah.
Like I knew when Megan was 0.05 from the finish line. Like you could follow, but so when she slowed down a little bit, first I was like, okay, I'm looking, it says projected time 2:48. Like, okay, Megan's being conservative. She'll drop it once she gets through the Newton Hills and we'll have a PR day. I was like, she's going to run 2:40.
Love the optimism.
What was your
2:45.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, and then it all of a sudden it
Started going
to
the
go.
other
So
direction.
what was your
Yeah.
first half? What was that split?
That's a good question.
Wasn't it like I thought I looked at it was like a 1:23? Does that sound right?
That sounds right. 124 maybe.
Okay.
We started, by the time that we crossed the start line, it was like 3.5 minutes once the gun went off. So whenever I saw a clock, I was like trying to do like the, mental math of like minus 3 minutes. And I never really knew what I was doing. But I think, around there for the half.
Okay. And did you run into two friends?
Okay, this is the worst part.
Okay.
I was so excited. That was like, I had chunked up like the race into different sections of like Wellesley, Scream Tunnel, halfway through the race, mile 15, this crazy downhill, get over like the hard 18 and Heartbreak. And then it's like two friends is going to be playing.
Yeah.
They apparently canceled Monday morning.
No way.
Never showed up.
What?
Yeah.
that would have been terribly upsetting for me if I run down there to check them out.
Yeah. Wait, like it just didn't happen.
Not there.
That's
Just did not
crazy.
show up. They refunded everyone apparently and said that the thing I read was like there was technical problems with the plane. I'm like, are these people flying around in private planes?
Right.
No.
I don't- That sounds.
So anyway,
Wow, okay.
but luckily I knew our friends Jen and Paul were going to be at like 22. And so I was like, well, at least I'll see them in a little bit. So I had that to look forward to. And then there was this one section, and I'm not going to remember.
And
what
Jen
it-
said when she saw you look great. She's like, Meg looks
I was just so happy to see them.
okay.
But there was a few sections within like that 21 to 23 range that were like bumping, like jams were playing. So I feel like that kind of made up
Okay.
for it. But yeah, the no two friends, which obviously was very disappointing.
Oh man, I could see how that would be. I don't know.
Yeah, but the crowds, like as always, were just absolutely
Yeah.
insane, and like Wellesley felt like it was louder than it's ever been.
Nice.
So, which, by the way, did you guys? And you were watching, so maybe you saw this on the live feed. But when Clayton went
He
out of the
separated
main
from the
pack
pack
to
to do
go
the
high five all the
high-fives.
Wellesley
Oh, I
girls,
didn't see that. No, that's pretty.
it was
awesome.
pretty epic.
Yeah.
That's like he might get kicked out of the Mormon church for that.
No, that would get you more.
Okay, that gets you more.
Yeah, he's picking up.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, so while we're waiting for Megan, obviously we're going to see the finishers come in. We see the top male, John Career. So I don't know if you remember my stopwatch story from last year.
Yeah.
So I have
Well, you
his
can
phone
retell it
number.
if you want. Yeah.
No, I don't know. If you know, last year I somehow got connected with John Career before he won the marathon.
Right.
And delivered to him a stopwatch for a guy in Kenya, his coach. So he's over there and he finishes and he wins again. So I go on my
Course
WhatsApp.
record.
Yeah, I go on my WhatsApp. By the way, first time back-to-back champion.
Yeah.
So I go on my WhatsApp and I'm like, yo, congrats, John. Not expecting to get anything back. I got a little, thanks.
Nice.
Literally just thanks.
But
That's the first time it was back-to-back Boston winner in
Yeah.
the men's, and at least in
And
the men's,
women's too,
and
right?
men's and women's.
it
It was
doubled.
doubled, yeah.
Our-
I didn't know that.
That's-
Yeah.
Okay, and I heard Sharon Loketti's name.
Lokiti.
Lokiti, Lokete.
Oh, they're saying it.
Loketi.
There's so many different pronunciations of it. I'm going with Sharon Loketti because, I mean, she was here and I believe that's how she pronounced it.
Why are you looking at me? I wasn't
Oh,
here.
you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've always said Sharon Loketti.
Yeah. And well, first off, if you saw the video of John Career that we posted, I think Brady's footage of him jumping, this dude just ran
Yeah.
26 miles. And I know, what's the exact shoe he was wearing? Because we found out from ASICS.
Oh yeah, it's
the
a
exact shoe.
Metaspeed Sky Proto.
Okay.
Yeah, we got all those shoes.
Did you see Sharon Loketti's splits?
No.
Okay, I need to send you a screenshot to put into the podcast. It's the most
Diabolical.
insane,
Really? It's
diabolical
It's like there was no
thing
hills or anything. It's just like I'm
I've
running
ever
this pace
seen.
and this is it.
It's
Like-
essentially like she cruised running like a 5-minute flat pace and then went over Heartbreak and dropped it like a minute per mile for the last 10K.
So yeah, he was wearing a Metaspeed Sky prototype.
Oh,
Okay.
and this is why we have her splits. She forgot her watch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because she borrowed it from a
And some guy,
friend's husband or something.
Yeah, gave it to her. And so it uploaded to his
Yeah.
Strava.
Dude, what's that gonna do to his predicted times?
Dude, he has to start over.
He would never financially recover.
Dude, I would
from
never,
that.
I would never take that off my Strava either. That's
No, you
that's
have to keep it there.
forever. Forever, ever.
Because you can't delete it, and
No,
It's-
that's
like
it.
that's just there. It's legendary.
That's like I think Megan did one run with my watch one time, and it threw my 5K times way off.
Yeah, I can't be doing all that.
Yeah, because let me see. What? Oh, move the mic away from you a little bit. Your sweatshirt's touching it.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow, you really did drop it by like almost a minute, 45
mile,
seconds per
yeah.
mile.
And looked.
Oh, and her heart rate was 198.
Yeah.
Is that has to be like an anomaly,
That's
right?
that's
I know
that's
it's
coming
a
off
cadence
the
lock or
wrist-based.
something,
that's
right?
coming off the that's not accurate.
It's
Yeah.
It's
still
cadence lock.
but it's still steady at that
Dude,
level. So
let me
it
tell you
has to
something.
be.
Even if it was 188,
Yeah.
it would still be insane.
Yeah.
Like that's just to be pushing. And when she crossed the line, she looked fine. And it's funny because I saw
looked
Doug
so
Smiley
fresh, yeah.
on the way up, and he was like, "Yeah, I think she's looking pretty good."
I just want one of these people to puke their guts out when they finish.
We did see that.
Just-
Well, that's
no,
always
like the winner. Like
the winner, yeah.
I feel like it never happens.
That's because they're so fit.
I know, but
Yeah.
I want them. I want to see what it takes for them to
break?
To break.
You gotta give
yeah.
him one of them sausages first. But they, yeah. So, and that was the other thing about this year. So we're waiting for Megan, and usually it's like you get that trickle of you get the elites, you get that trickle of that sub elite, group of men. Maybe every once in a while a woman will pop into there, and then there's kind of like a lull.
Yeah.
There was not this year.
Oh, wow.
It has to be a record for how many people broke like three hours
Oh,
because
yeah.
it was like what we were seeing was like normally when you're watching like the 3:30 marathoner, you know how it's just like becomes thick.
Yeah.
Like as soon as it went past 2:30, it was like you couldn't see, like people were so stacked up. So we're trying to track, and that's why the tracker came in such good hand, it was like helpful, I guess
Yeah.
is the word I'm trying to say.
Came in handy.
Yeah, handy. That's the one. Justin had like this super duper lens where you could probably see a quarter mile.
That was a courtesy of Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's Ben Johnson's lens.
Oh
yeah.
wow, he's got to get one of those.
So that's where the photos basically like.
Yeah.
A lot of the photos.
Yeah, Ben
go
was
off.
like, "Hey, you could take my lens." Like,
Dude,
for
they
the-
look insane.
And that thing was like it's one of those bazookas.
Yeah.
So he can see people. So we're like kind of counting. I'm like, all right, so and so's that like Floberg. He's coming in, right? Or, I think he came in 229.
Yeah.
Yep.
29.
Yep.
And so we're like, okay, he's coming in, and even at Floberg's time, it wasn't like he
Spread
was
out.
spread out. There was like
Still a ton of people coming through.
Yeah.
Like,
That's so
it's-
crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
it was almost like normally I feel like when I've watched marathons,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, it's respectable. People come in and all different stuff. This was like, oh, I really do run slow. Everybody else is running sub 3.
Dude, the
Yeah.
craziest thing, I saw Galen Rupp ran 2:08. And I was like, that seems like a winning time, or like,
Well, Med won in 209, didn't he?
yeah, wasn't it
yeah.
like recently that
No,
was the
that-
winning
that-
time?
Yes. Like the fact that Clayton was
205.
2:05
and like
Yeah.
not even top
11.
10.
Yeah, he was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Is crazy.
That's unreal.
Also-
like on that course, that's unreal.
Right.
I know. I guess there's a
Also crazy.
huge state
I mean, think about this. Jean Career ran a 201.
yeah,
That's a course with 3 sets of hills.
right. And it broke it by a minute.
You're telling me that he couldn't have gone sub 2 on like a Chicago
Or Berlin.
or Berlin.
I mean, yeah, that's ridiculous. And yeah, then there was who else CJ Albertson ran his 2:10 as always.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just solid.
That's the thing that's so
210 every
hard. Like I think this would be hard to be so good that you're running like a 2:10 or sub 2:10 marathon, and you're coming in, you know,
Yeah,
not
it's
even
like
top 10.
20th.
30th. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's gotta
Well, and Des Linden, who just ran the marathon to Saab.
2:35 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
so-
actually have
fresh.
I don't know how Michael Mbagu got her, but like we're taking pictures in the grandstand. And by the way, he went sub 240. I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why, because they finished right around the same time.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so but he like grabbed her and brought her over for photos.
Really?
And she's like looking like, hi.
What
Like who
is
is this
happening?
guy? Like I think she thought he was another pro or something. And so he's taking pictures with it. We have a bunch of photos. We got to get him to
That's
him.
amazing.
But yeah, because he's like has his arm around.
No way,
Des.
really?
Yeah,
That's
they're
hilarious.
ridiculous.
And also shout out to
Ben.
our perpetual grit winner, Pat Blair.
Yeah, we
how
talked
did he
to
do?
Yeah.
225,
Whew.
second place in the 45 to 49 division.
That's insane.
And we
Yeah.
saw Michael Wardian, Ben
Okay.
Adams.
Nice.
Michael
Yeah.
Wardian even, I mean, I didn't see the photos, but he was hamming it up. Maybe he was too close because he was hamming it up for Justin's camera.
Oh, yeah.
And doing some fun stuff, and I didn't see any of those pictures.
What did he run?
I don't.
I
you know,
didn't see his time.
I don't know.
missed
that was the thing is like that's how many people were coming
Yeah.
in. You couldn't
Yeah.
even
I couldn't even
like
stop
Ben
to
Adams.
check.
I know he did really well. I have no idea where
He
he
did like
came
a
in.
245, 248
Yeah.
or something.
And he looked fresh. He was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what's up?" My favorite finisher was Kara doing. She was like, "This is really
I
hard."
guess I won't be offended.
You know, you got to switch it up every once in a
Favorite
while.
non-believe in the run finisher.
Well, no, I guess favorite statement was when she came over and she was like, "This was really hard." You know, it's like, oh yeah, marathons are hard. But no, when you and Meg came in, I provided you with sparkling
Yeah, so
beverage.
Thomas asked us if we wanted anything at the finish line since he was going to have access. So we said Prosecco, but we wanted it to be in a can so we could crack it open.
Okay. Nice.
And they probably wouldn't let me take glass in there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But so when Thomas handed it to me, I was like, I don't think I can even try and drink this right now. So I attempted to. And then meanwhile, Megan was 2 minutes behind me.
Okay.
Comes in like happiest in the world, cracks the beer or the Prosecco
She did
open,
that- what's the
chugs
wrestling?
it.
Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah, she did a
Austin.
Stone Cold
Nice,
Steve
nice.
Austin.
So yeah, that was fun.
And what was also interesting was at that point, like I never have seen like I guess when you're running and do you keep your marathon shoes? Like are you like, oh, I ran a marathon in
No.
these?
PR1, yeah.
Okay. Because after what I saw like at that finish line, what you're running through, you don't want
It's
to keep
so
your
gross.
marathon shoes.
You just hose them off.
yeah, with acid or something.
Bleach.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah, but you guys came in and that was the one thing. So I was watching you run and I was like, okay, she's on track, like in striking distance of her goal. And then as I started seeing it slip away, your and Megan's times got closer and closer. And I was like, oh, maybe Meg's waiting for Meg and they're just going to run it in together. Like she's like, you know, I'm not going to go for if I'm not going to break a new record, might as well run with feathers. But then you guys were like just like a minute or two apart. And I was like, oh, they're not running together. And it was crazy. Like, did you ever think about maybe like just being like, let's see where Meg is and run with her?
No, and I didn't know how fast or slow I was running towards the end of it. But I was running like as hard as I felt like I possibly could without redlining. I said on the other podcast, but I started getting the twinging in my calves at like 18,
Yeah, oh.
which is like where you have to like
Right.
ride this weird line of like still
Will
run
my muscle
hard,
explode?
but don't kill yourself.
Don't
Like,
push
yeah.
off too hard.
Yeah. So I was doing that. And yeah, I think it was more just like I just wanted to run hard to the finish, like not ever mentally give up. Because even if I went back to run with Megan, that feels like it would have been mentally giving up a little bit. Because it would have been like, here's a backup plan.
Yeah.
This is a fun run. Whereas just trying to, even just though it wasn't a super fast time, just like gutting through that whole thing felt like a win.
And that's impressive. Like, you know, it is, you had every opportunity to be like, today's not my day. I can just,
Oh, the thought
Pull
goes
back.
through your mind a bunch, no doubt. But I was like, I just need a race where I feel like I left it out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because especially after the marathon project, when it was like I literally jogged the back half.
So did you feel like you left it out there?
I mean, my glutes feel like I did, which is the craziest. It's the weirdest soreness in my legs that
Wow.
it's like my quads are fine, but my glutes feel trashed.
Yeah. So I stayed out a little bit longer than your finish. I think I stayed for a while, but I was starting to get like a chill, and I was hungry because the food had run out. And I don't know how much longer you stayed, but
Once Kara came through, I was like, all right, I'm out.
okay. So we checked out. I know Justin stayed. He had that perfect spot.
He was also tracking like 40 people, so he was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be here for a while.
So we went, and I decided to like catch up with you and Feather and see if there's anything you needed for the hotel.
Showered, moved very, very slowly for like 2 hours, and then we
I
wanted
hit the
to.
Starbucks again,
Yeah, we wanted to go find a place just to get a drink,
and we found the best place ever.
celebrate. And we walked down to the lobby, the hotel bar, just to see what that was like, and it was insane,
Right.
as you can imagine.
course.
So we were trying to meet up with our friends Rosie and Nick, and they had an Airbnb that was sort of like a few blocks behind us.
Which I guess you should say how Nick does.
Did we not say
Nick,
Nick
no. I
crushed?
think we did.
220.
Yeah.
220.54.
I
New-
think because we just talked about it on the field
Yeah,
for
I
the
keep
soul.
forgetting what we already
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah.
Dude, he's insane, and he does it looking like a supermodel. Like
know,
there's
dude.
not one.
He looks
bad
like a
picture.
literal superhuman
I
in some of those
know.
like where he's like flexing
Yeah.
in the end. It's like what?
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm gonna
Some people
Photoshop
just
my
have
head over
some
onto
people
his
just have all the
shoulders.
luck.
So they were a few blocks behind the hotel, and we were like pulling up the Google Maps to see what was in between like their Airbnb and our hotel, and there was literally like one bar called Anchovies, and it said it
The
didn't open
best
until
bar ever.
4 p.m. and it was like 3:35 or something, and we're like, well, we'll just walk over there, and eventually it'll open. But we get there, and the bar is already open.
Nice.
So we walk in. There's a bouncer there who checks all of our IDs, which felt ridiculous.
Like scan the front and back
Yeah.
with like a machine.
Dude, that drives me nuts when people do with that.
But so we walk in. It's this very like cute, like what kind of?
Dude,
how do you describe
it's
it?
like a Baltimore
Yeah.
basement bar.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like
It had a
it's-
very row home
Yes.
style.
Okay.
feeling
It's like
bar.
small but cute, and there was clearly a locals bar. As soon as we walked in, this woman started talking to us.
Dude, she had to be like 70 something.
Yeah.
She's
Nice.
like, "What are you guys getting? Where are you guys from? Why do you have that jacket? Where'd you get
A
that?"
phenomenal Boston
She
accent.
looks like Ma Fratelli from the Goonies.
Yeah, but no, she was actually
okay.
she was done up. Like she had her hair did.
Okay. Oh, like a
Like-
classy
Yeah.
joint. Okay.
And she's like talking to us. She's like asking about the marathon and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And I had that really swaggy. So they did a limited edition like varsity style jacket.
The ones we gave away.
I
the
meant to say
Shakeout.
who. I forgot to ask that question. Who won those at the Shakeout?
One of them was a huge fan.
Nice.
And I'm not remembering her name.
She's like, "Me, I don't win anything." And meanwhile, me, and she had got a pair of Hyper Boost
Oh,
Edge
sick.
and the swaggy jacket.
Nice.
and I forget who the other two are.
Okay.
But I was wearing the swaggy jacket to the bar, and I mean, it's the coolest.
Yeah. it's
Like
pretty rad.
this is a Boston jacket that I'll actually wear.
Yeah.
But it's we're standing there, so we kind of stand out. The lady comes over and asks if who ran the marathon and stuff. So she's talking to me, and we're ordering martinis.
Oh, obviously that's like our
Right,
go-to.
right.
And so
This is why this bar is the best bar. ever.
Thomas orders these martinis for us, and the way they make them is in a glass shaker, and then they pour it into the martini glass. But then the glass shaker still has like half of
more than half.
of a glass of ice and vodka in it still. So they,
they give you a
give you the
strainer?
shaker and the glass left
Wow.
over along with martini. So you essentially get 2 martinis every time you order one.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was insane.
And the lady who lived there, pretty much, she's like, the great thing is, have you ever heard this one? Martinis are like tits. 1 is not enough, and 2 is perfect. 3 is too many.
And we were like, okay.
I mean, she
Great.
said it.
Yeah.
Good
So
old anchovies.
we ended up telling everyone just to kind of come there because we were like, we don't want to really leave this little cozy spot. So people are coming in and out.
Carl, Justin.
Nick, Rosie, Megan, and then Brady
Brady.
tries to get in. And I didn't know this, but apparently
The guy did not like Brady.
there was like a line.
There was a line of
people
40 people outside.
waiting outside, but we couldn't tell because it didn't even look that packed inside.
Okay.
And there was like an open table behind us. And I was like,
yeah, like
I was
the
like,
back
there's-
half was completely empty.
I was like, there's no way there's a line outside. So I was like, Thomas, can you just go and get them to get Brady in here?
Go get Brady.
Yeah.
And so apparently that was
That pissed off the bouncer
even more.
So
And
our Brady
Brady's
the
now on a
bouncer-
list of
Yeah.
like,
No, it's like Bergheim, but for
Yeah.
yeah,
Brady.
Dude,
Boston Bergheim.
Brady was telling me the dude like got in his face and was like, "Do you not have ears?" Like, or, like
Go away.
yeah, like he was
Yeah.
legit like ready to.
Anchovies.
So I came out and I'm like, hey, we're getting dinner. That guy's with us. Can he just come in? He's like, no. I was like, Brady? And Brady's like, it's okay. And I was like, dude.
That's
like,
and did you have space?
yeah. Because we
Yeah.
ended up, so we just stood in like the main bar area for a while, and then we were like, well, we need to eat food, and we were like, rather than go find someplace now, there was a table in the back, and we were like, let's just eat here. And so there was an empty chair next to us, and they wouldn't let him in.
What? And
Yeah.
by the way, Brady's like the most unassuming
Yeah.
person. Like he would never.
he's actually Ned Flanders.
He is Ned Flanders, dude. Yes.
But he would never like. That's the last person that would ever get.
Well,
But he would rip off his shirt and be like,
yeah.
Maybe
Well, there was
that's
that
what it
episode
was.
of Ned when he was like ripped or whatever.
yeah. It's Brady. Brady's Ned Flanders.
I think the problem was that like because there was already a line and Brady kind of just cut everyone because he had thought because we were already in there, so it's like it's
That
probably
makes, okay.
Like, and
Which
there was a
makes-
line and he probably went straight for the door.
yeah.
Right.
And the
And
guy
that's
was
when
like,
the guy was like, "Still, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?" Like
and so Brady's like, my friends are in there. And he's like,
as if it's some sort of like card.
Yeah.
I think he thought we had more pull than we do.
Yeah.
well, the same thing. Remember the New Balance party? Justin
Yeah.
didn't get in. I was able to get him in.
Yeah.
But that was a New Balance party. And
Yeah.
This is a random bar that
Yeah.
no one knew who we were. So,
Oh man.
but it's
yeah,
okay.
outside of the bouncer,
But I mean,
Anchovies
Brady
was
doesn't
phenomenal.
drink, so honestly,
Yeah.
it kind of would have been wasted on him.
Yeah. So he just went to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah.
I think he did do something like that. He,
Yeah, he had
met up
friends
with
in town.
he
He
had
went to
friends.
Fenway.
So he went to Fenway.
Oh, okay.
And he went to the On thing after. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
got he was
Check
he
out
was
the
fun.
On robots.
Yeah, he was
All
fun.
right.
But that was basically it, right? now.
Yeah, it was a pretty
And then
epic weekend.
Well, wait, we didn't go anywhere after that?
Oh, we got a nightcap at of course, we went to so we've always stayed at the Westin Hotel, which is technically attached to the Marriott Copley. But their hotel bar is like superior to the Yard House.
They're about equal, Meg.
Okay, neither of them are great. But
Yeah.
so we went to get a nightcap at the Westin Hotel.
That's the one I was thinking of. That's where I
Bar
thought you
10.
went first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
and we ended up running into a friend, Jen, and her husband.
Is that Lennox Bar, the bottom bar, open again or whatever?
Yeah.
Sweeney's now it's called.
Oh, okay. The place was pretty rad.
Yeah. It was called,
It was an Irish.
yeah, what was it?
Slum.
Solus or something?
Solus.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
And which was like
Can't
apparently there.
can't remember my kids' teachers' names, but I can remember the Irish bar in Boston.
In Boston that you go to once every like 3 years.
Yeah, now it's called Sweeney's.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's. What was I gonna ask? One more question. I don't know. Oh, the medals. Was that?
Medals are
Did they look
epic.
awesome in
Yeah,
person?
they're
It's the
really
best
good.
one.
Man.
Well, it's 130th.
Here's
You
the
gotta do
thing
something.
that
I
we
think
realized.
they should let you, like, I wouldn't even mind if they let me buy a new version of the 2024 one. Like, if they're like,
There should be a
I'm happy with
recall.
last year's. This one looked really cool, but yeah,
Like,
But you
Last
have
year's
to
was
run on the
better.
anniversary years, the fives.
Yeah.
So this was 130. 135 is going to be the next cool stuff.
yeah.
Like cars have recalls like 5 years down the road. They should have a metal recall on that awful.
dude.
I mean, if they just give you an option that's like, hey, you can purchase an upgraded
Yeah.
2024 metal
I think
that
I would
doesn't
opt.
look like dog shit.
Yeah, and isn't printed on plastic or whatever. That
And
screams
composite
Bank of
was.
America.
You know, I know some people don't even like metals at all, but it's the Boston metal.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's a little different. Yeah.
There's just one. You got one job.
By the way, I'm gonna
stitch the jacket. Two
yeah.
jobs. Stitch the jacket. Get the metal right.
Yeah, and then I think they should make it. The next jacket should look like a general's jacket, and that should have a little place so you can wear your medal on your chest. You know,
That's an interesting.
and then if
theory.
you've done multiple, it'd be like ping, 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 ping. You look like
Yeah.
one of those third world dictators.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Well, I'm looking at the 2021 Boston because I couldn't remember. It was okay.
Yeah, not bad. This year's is much cooler.
Yeah, that's the first one we got.
That was the.
See,
See, that's
120
125th.
That's what I was saying. That's
yeah.
125.
And
The
not bad.
anniversary years.
The one that we got for 2024.
Yeah.
That's when they were like trying to go, hey, we could go made in America and economical.
Yeah, I'd rather it be made in
Yeah.
a sweatshop if it's a better
Yeah.
metal.
Put some blood diamonds on it.
Jeez.
Sorry. Put blood, cubic zirconium.
I'm surprised
whatever.
no upscale watch company hasn't done something with the Boston Marathon.
They
like,
do right.
like if Omega or
Don't they do it for London or Tokyo or something? I
Well,
feel
for the Olympics and stuff,
Oh yeah,
and like Worlds,
okay.
like they,
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know, but if you did like an Omega Boston edition,
Yeah.
that would kill.
No, I think they had done that before. They have. I've
Really?
seen it because it has the map on the route on the back. I know they've done it. I'm pretty sure it's for Boston, but I know it was for one of the majors.
is it like blue and yellow though?
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
I was
just.
gonna say they can't be doing the colors because like
ju-
the blue and yellow would be.
It might have been New York. I don't know, but it was one of the
No, but you
majors.
could have a white dial with a blue unicorn on it.
I wouldn't mind blue indices or something. That'd be cool. Or a blue
Yeah.
bezel. That'd be hot.
I would, as long as the second hand is John Career.
It's John Career's legs.
Yeah, going around.
I like that.
Yeah, but it was a pretty epic weekend. I have to give a big thanks to Adidas for taking really good care of us and giving us really cool swag.
Yes.
The whole weekend is pretty incredible. And then obviously New Balance was awesome relay event again.
I mean, here's the thing I love about Boston is, and it's nice that you're calling out our partners, and I appreciate that, but it really is special because all the other marathons are kind of spread out over these cities. So like if you go to New York, there could be events that are in Brooklyn, there could
Yeah.
be events that are in
Soho,
Manhattan.
Midtown,
Yeah,
Bronx.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Tokyo and London and Berlin. This is the only major where everything's on that street. And the coolest thing is, yeah, I love seeing like all our friends that we see at these events, like Co and Tommy and Jeff Dengate and all these other people that we're going to bump into. But you just walk down the street and you see everybody. Like I saw,
It's like our Super Bowl.
yeah, people from Tracksmith, A6, we went and visited, and just everybody on that street. You're like, oh, this is great. You're walking and you see, Scott Jurek doing his meme page, and
Yeah.
And that ASICS pop-up is actually permanent. So if you want to go check
least
out
for
the
a
store,
year.
yeah, at least for a year. So if you want to go check it out on Newberry, it'll still be around.
That's dope.
I don't understand like the amount that they probably have to rent one of those buildings for just the weekend.
It's
Why
probably-
wouldn't you just
yeah.
put a store on Newberry?
I guess you got to man it and operate it and stuff.
Pay the electric bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. But you know who's going to man the ASIC store?
Who?
Marathon Sports.
Oh, that's right.
So their staff's going to actually, which I think is a cool way for Marathon Sports to kind of expand.
Yeah,
without
for
having
sure.
to
No,
expand.
definitely.
It's a smart partnership.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. I feel like that was enough talking about the Boston Marathon weekend.
I'm sure in half an hour I'll be like, oh crap, I need to
Yeah.
talk about that thing.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, while you're thinking, people, man, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the audience here, showing up to events like this. And we try to make them as
100%.
much fun and get as much swag going your way as well as we can. And just to see you guys come out and come say hello. And like, I can't tell you how many people just came up to me and said that the podcast is part of their weekly running schedule or something like that. You guys, without you, there's nothing. And I know that seems cliche and you hear bands and everybody else say that, but it really is true. If you guys don't show up and then that's why they keep inviting us back is because of you.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything else?
So you better come to the next Shakeout run or
Yeah, I swear.
we'll send somebody to your house.
And all of the
We did.
cheers on the course. Like the whole time I heard cheers. So very much appreciate everyone for that.
Yeah.
Where they like, go Thomas's wife.
Yes, that's what they said.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, I guess that's it.
All right.
Hi, Ma.
Hi, Robin.
All right, so Mountain Coast did something special up here in Boston. You ended up having a group of people who decided that just running Boston wasn't enough. They wanted to run to the start and then run it back. What was this project called, Lynn?
It's called Double Boston. Again, people have been doing this at Boston Marathon for years, actually for decades. But it has been pretty like grassroots in the ultra running community in New England. People don't want to ride the bus to the race start, so they just decide to run the first marathon to Hopkinton and then race the race back.
All right, so it wasn't that creative. Double Boston doesn't seem like you guys did a lot of workshopping on that name.
It's easy enough, right? Double Boston. It's straightforward.
Okay, so if this project was around before, how did Mountain Coast get involved, and what was the role of Mountain Coast in this year's event?
Yeah, so Mountain Coast, we started a brand in the ultra running community, and when we look at history, we want to respect the ultra running history and the community. Previously, I think all these runners they would just either run with their friends there or they just do it themselves. And when they arrive Hopkinton, they would just usually like stand there or trying to find some coffee shop and wait for the race to start. So we really think like, how can we support our people? And so we really start thinking about like what they really need. So we reached out to a New England-based ultra running run club called TARC, the Trail Animal Running Club. They had a few people who've done it before, so we reached out to them, had a chat. They told us like it would be great if we can sort of like provide support like an ultra race, like a crew vehicle, pacer along the way, and then they would like a shelter, like basically a roof in case it would be like a bad weather in Hopkinton, just so they can change and rest and eat some food there. So we're really listening to what they need, and that's what we did this year. So we provided a crew vehicle following the runners along the first marathon. We had three aid stations set up along the course, and we provided water, gels, hydration packs, and some Gatorades. And then we rented an Airbnb in Hopkinton, actually about half mile away from the race start. The runners they can just enter there, shower, have hot breakfast. We even cook some ramen for them.
Nice. So what made this one special and stand out that they uh, went ahead and got coverage from Wall Street Journal and some other sources?
Yeah, we actually got coverage with Boston Globe, which we're pretty excited. I feel like, talking to the seven runners who finished this experience together with us for the first time, a lot of things they mentioned about is like all of them actually ran Boston as their A race multiple times, and they were either chasing a PR goal or trying to BQ at BQ. So they were very trying to run a fast race, but really depends on the day. They could have either a terrible race or a bad experience, or they just feel like, okay, I'm just there to chase a time, and it's so important and more important than the experience itself. But then from their double Boston experience yesterday, and I think that's also the reason why I think some of the major red media or even like Boston Globe would like to cover is it's kind of different from like a traditional or conventional Boston theme. So instead of chasing just a performance goal or a time goal, these runners are there to really transcend the distance, right? Trying to hit a distance goal and then not to rush for a kind of a number or time goal. They really trying to take it all in from the course and interact with the crowds. And I think that's just another fresh angle to Boston. And one of the runners actually mentioned it to me. He took some beer at mile 21 and he loved it. He said that's his best Boston experience today.
So what kind of time are we talking about for like I guess total time, and then maybe like do they run it back during the official race? Are they running it hard or are they just doing it to complete it?
Yeah, so obviously, I think with that distance being doubled, their original PR or Boston qualifying goal will be out of the window. So I think most of the runners, we all agreed on running a more kind of controlled pace together. And also that's kind of like ultra running community. Like we're trying to just like run together, help each other to get there. So the first we start to meet at the race finish at 3 a.m. in the morning, and we pretty much started right away. We agreed to run a 4 to 4:15 first marathon to Hopkinton. So everybody basically stuck together. And there was about 2 hours to 2.5 hours gap before the race actually starts for these runners. So they can do whatever they need to get ready. And then they'll start their race. For the second race, actually all the runners are hitting a negative split or running a faster second marathon. We have some faster runners who finished around like 3 hour 15 minutes. A lot more around like that 3:30 to 3:45 range. Again, like they BQ for Boston, so it's slower than their usual Boston, like their marathon time, but seems like they all had a great experience running the double.
I mean, still like going uphill. The Boston course is a downhill course. Going
Yeah,
uphill and doing it in 4:15 at 3 a.m. in the morning is still seems like a pretty quick pace to get up there, and then to turn around and then a couple hours later flip it back into a 3:30 to 3:15 marathon seems pretty insane.
yeah, for sure. I agree with you, Thomas, because like I ran Boston twice. We actually ran it together in I think 2024.
Yep.
And yesterday I ran the reverse first marathon together with these runners, the 4 hour marathon. I would say it's a lot harder to run the backwards because
Yeah, I would
all the
assume.
downhill will be the climb essentially.
So did you run it back all the way, or did you just do the one way?
No, I just did one way, the first marathon to
All right.
Hopkinton.
And overall, positive experience for these guys. They end up doing it, but did they do anything to support charities, or was this purely just a feat of endurance?
Yeah, that's a good point. We are actually thinking about because like, seems like, people like what we do and, we want to see how we can support beyond, our current reach. But they all belong to this local ultra community, which I mentioned, the TARC. So our first year goal is really just to support the local ultra community, which we feel like we found our people. And then, maybe we can think about a more kind of charitable course, how we can make an impact by actually through this double Boston activation.
Okay, so this is something you plan on doing again next year, you think?
Yes, we plan to, be there, support our people as long as people want to show up. Yeah, we want to support them. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention is we had 7 runners agreed to run with us from TARC, but then we kind of like did a post on social media, and then there were another like around 20 people showed up on the day off. So we end up like ran the first marathon together. Some of them actually ran the double. Some of them just tagged along for the first marathon. A few of them just run a few miles together with us. So, always welcome.
Awesome. So anything that's a major takeaway from this that you want people to know about?
Yeah, I think, like I said, like sometimes people think about Boston, it's like the pinnacle of performance marathoning. We want to sort of like let people think like, there are different kind of things you could do, different motivations. And I feel like by doubling the distance, we can sort of like help people meet their distance goal or trying to look at the experience differently. And I feel like what Monte Coast does is we're trying to kind of like connect with ultra running with different kind of like marathoning or different differences and bring people together. So I think the key takeaway is if this is your thing, show up next year. I will be there for you.
I guess that's the big final question is if someone wants to do this next year, how would they sign up or how would they get involved?
Yeah, we still don't know. One thing we are sure is we want to continue to support TARC, which is our local community partner. We, without them, we couldn't make this happen. So we definitely want to continue to work with Tark, but also it's open road before the Boston Marathon actually starts. It's an open road, so we, if you're there, we'd love to support you in some ways.
All right, thanks, Lynn. And that was pretty cool. It was neat to see all the coverage and exciting to see how you guys could end up making this something that becomes even more exciting in the future.
Definitely. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you.
Get a good stretch, got my laces tied. My trusty podcast by my side. If you wanna talk fun, it's the